everyone, welcome to Unsung Fury, the finale episode, potentially. I mean, unless chaos ensues, it's supposed to be. Yeah, we are here with Unsung Fury episode 19. It's been a crazy journey with 19 sessions of madness in the Wrath Glory Warhammer universe, which we've been enjoying. Frank has put together quite an amazing show. He's still coming to us from some chaos realm where he's been hacked, but it's fine. What's your name today?
I don't think I've changed it.
Oh, you didn't change it yet?
Not yet. I haven't changed it yet.
He changes his name every week. It's always fun. So yeah, we'll go around. We'll let you know who everybody is, what characters they're playing, and then we'll get this show on the road so that we can get as much as we can in here. And if you're enjoying it, of course, give us a follow here, as there's going to be more content coming to this channel. It'll just be a little bit different, so stay tuned for what that may be. So, first and foremost, we'll start with Luther, played by Delric. Tell us a little bit about you and your character and all that jazz. Of course, you should really maybe move, because it looks like there's something like apocalyptic happening wherever you live right now.
Tyler,
What?
you behind me?
I was going to make that joke. You stole my joke. I'm not in that picture.
To be fair, though, I like it when Tyler's behind me. So, hi, I'm Delric. My character is Luther. Luther is a guy that gets it done. Sometimes what it is not the brightest idea, but it's potentially because he has grown over the course of, I suppose, the time spent in the season, a bit of a soft spot, and it's caused him to have a lapse in judgment. I have to say, if this is the last session, I'm going to be really upset. So I might roleplay very slowly today, just to drag it up just a little more. I enjoy it.
It has been really fun. Every episode I'm like, that's it, that's over, no. Thank you all. And of course, above right here we have Torne, played by Apocalypto. Let us know who you are and of course your character that you're bringing to the table today.
Sure. I'm Tyler Scheid. I stream on Twitch and do a bunch of other content stuff. I actually released a new video on Friday for my YouTube channels. That's cool. I also appear over on Scott's channel.
Sound a little quiet.
Crank it up.
No, don't definitely. Just a little, just a smidge.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're better.
Okay. On Friday, I released a new video to my YouTube channel, but you can also find me over on Scott's channel on Fridays for
Is this
streams.
the second video
D&D
on
stuff.
your channel?
It is the fourth. Second highlight video from my streams.
Ooh.
So it's a January highlight, and my birthday was in January, so there's some birthday highlights in there. But anyway, I play Torne, who is a desperado Imperial Guardsman kind of man who dual wields pistols and just gets stuff done with his weapons. Shoots first, asks questions later.
You know, as you do. And then, of course, we have our one and only Gildo, played by Eric Vulgaris. Tell us a little bit about yourself and, of course, your wonderful character.
Hey everybody! Yeah,
You can sleep through
Eric.
anything.
Yeah,
Literally.
I'm Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris on the internet, and I have two hellish little rat companions that are barking in the background. So I had to mute myself. I'm
Throw
sorry.
them to the internet.
They ran upstairs.
Aw.
I would.
Their ears are so big and fluffy.
They're-
It's got Tyler. He's talking about you.
Eric, I'm eating an autocannon.
I was gonna say, Eric, are you in a basement like me?
I am. No. Well, on the first floor. Yeah.
I was gonna say we're basement buddies. Never mind.
Oh,
No,
I
Scott,
don't want to
you're
be
the
a
only
basement buddy
basement
with you.
dweller.
That's a little weird. Look,
Especially
you're-
since
you belong on the bottom.
He also occasionally makes his background be a dungeon that makes sense for his basement. So
Daddy's. There you go. Daddy's dungeon.
It was worse when your daughter came over and gave you a hug.
Oh
I was
my
just
God,
like,
yeah.
I was like, Scott, this
I was
is
literally
just
turned to
wrong.
service.
Everything about what just happened in front of the camera is wrong.
But to be fair, it's literally not that. So just to be clear, before we continue, it is very far from that. It's very safe.
I
She
know
was not
it is,
aware.
but she just came over and gave you a hug, and I was like, oh, the scene
'Cause-
right now is just not
Yeah.
the best scene.
But Eric, you sir are welcome to Daddy's Dungeon. Continue.
I'm there. Let me get my flight Oh wait, coronavirus. I guess after that, I'll.
No, wait, flights are cheap. It's great.
No, cheap flights, dude.
Buy them now.
Perfect time to
Buy them
go.
now.
Yeah. Besides, kids are safe apparently, so bring it on.
Oh no,
right.
Scott, stop.
If you insist.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
so
Maggie needs. Wait,
Eric,
Scott,
tell us
Scott,
who your
Scott,
character
Scott,
is.
Scott,
Please
stop.
help.
Let me pull the ripcord here. Okay, I play Godo Stern, Katachan knife expert. I will stab anything that moves.
And anything that doesn't move, like you're like a tech genius.
That's true. You should talk to every elevator we've come across that hasn't been configured to work for us.
And then of course, I play Ostara, who is a sanctioned psyker. She has just been recently reunited with her officer companion because she is part of the they're basically like the police force in Warhammer 40k. Pretty cool. They're called the Adeptus Arbites. And so she finally met Wilmer. She made, if you watch the prologue, she didn't know if he was he is, fortunately, but like maybe not functional. He's like got a cyborg arm or something. And she's still getting weird visions from her grandfather, but now Luther has seen the visions, which is a little weird.
Our bond,
Makes you think
right?
it's an astral projection instead of a vision.
Yeah, like it's not what she originally thought it was, so that might be interesting.
We're shit on our bond. That's cool.
And I think we're going back to the place we just took forever to escape from. Like, why? What?
One last job.
Gotta get back. Back to the back.
So, Frank, take it away.
Back
Let
streets
us know
back. All right.
what's gonna
No, I was
happen.
going for a samurai jack, but close enough.
That's also a
Oh,
40K.
guys, sorry,
the
bye.
background of it is also 40K.
Wait, what? All right. Bring you guys right to it. Today I did change my name, but I'm gonna keep it hidden from everyone that's not part of the cast, because why not? Y'all can see it,
We
but
can see it. Though. We know. Don't say it.
no,
You'll get
nobody
correction.
else can see it.
I'm hungry. You know what? I could use a nice big ear of corn.
Well, luckily it doesn't say Korn, because they're an okay band. All right. So, on the last episode, or last session of Unsung Fury, the party finally reached safety and immediately began mulling about, leaving two people, one of which should not be unattended at any times, unattended.
Who might that be?
I don't know what you're talking about. That guy was gonna shoot me. I just shot him before he shot me.
Seriously,
Let's see.
Tornado just literally will shoot anything that's in front. Like,
Pretty
he's
If
like,
it's
much.
threatening me, yeah.
but you
The
don't like
Korn
you
assess,
like-
like
wasn't.
No,
if it's your
he
friend.
was
or
trying to
not?
take like the guy's lunch money, and the guy was like, "Dude, I need my lunch money." He was like, "Fine, bam! I don't even want your lunch money anyways."
Pretty much. That's exactly what happened.
Right? Like, wasn't he trying to get something he shouldn't be allowed to have, and he killed somebody because he was asking for something that he couldn't have?
I mean, he was about to kill the guy for doing his job by not letting people into the weapons storage
Trespass?
area.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna blame somebody for chaos happening here in Warhammer, I don't think it's
Sorry.
Luther.
I mean, no, it's Luther, but it's also Torrent.
Mine is more of a physical chaos. Yours is more of the, hey, we're going to corrupt everybody chaos.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which you've done multiple times, sir.
Really not a good commissar, for being honest here. But that's why you're in training. You're learning. All right. But as you guys did mention before, both Gildo and Luther, more so on Luther, were actually able to see some of the projections or visions that Stara was having of her grandfather. To the point where Luther actually had a conversation with this aspiration, this being that was in front of them, which, well, at least Astara claims to be her grandfather, and for all she knows, it is. After all, he has the same voice, the same memories, and everything. It is, don't worry. Luther, however, not very trusting of what this thing is. Almost shot a ghost in a spacecraft, which would not have been a good idea, as I believe Gildo pointed out. Before you all docked aboard the Vonderwolf, who is more than willing to take vengeance upon the entire planet for killing about 12 to 13,000 members of their crew in a atomic hellstorm that severely damaged the ship. Captain Natalia Decan, upon making sure that you were all actually who you were, gathered you all together after you all did whatever personal deeds you wanted to do aboard the ship. She gave you the instruction to go back down on the planet and disable the void shield so that she may simply turn it to ash. But a ensign, a young, we'll call them teenager, walked up to Gildo and delivered the message. Gildo, what was that message?
Yeah, sure.
It was something about the Inquisition.
Radiant Dawn comes at. I did not write this down.
Oh no, it's fine. Basically, it was from your Inquisitor.
Ophelia, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Saying,
Vicious Queen.
I'll see you soon.
Just specifically though, it was like the next 10 days or something. The next 10 days. Or something
No,
like
she.
that.
Yeah, the message
Oh.
you got from an ensign, who's not an astropath, was basically saying, "I'm here. I'll see you soon."
Right.
Now-
And that means Natalia Decan hasn't been briefed on this yet, right?
Not to your knowledge, no.
All right. So then, while we're like getting kind of geared up and talking about this mission, I would like to go seek out Natalia and let her know about what's coming.
Yeah. So, the three of you go forwards towards the gun cutter that you had all pretty much obtained. Yes, Dorama?
I had to go to the quartermaster again and ask for plasma batteries.
He gave you plasma batteries.
Huh?
He gave you plasma batteries. He gave you reloads. Reloads are ammunition for whatever you need.
No, I wanted like plasma batteries that if I shot them with my plasma gun, they would make big boom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. He definitely did not give you those then.
No, gosh darn it! It's for blowing up the thing.
Oh, you want demolition charges?
Yes,
Yes,
But
okay.
plasma.
In that case, why plasma?
because it's fun.
We'll give you Melta instead.
Fine,
Melta better than plasma, hands down.
fine.
Yeah, so the three of you make your way towards the Radiant Sparrow, the gun cutter that you took control of, we shall say.
Radiance.
And Alana is actually already there, waiting, as if she had nowhere else to go. Unfortunately, there's no sign of either Carl or Crystal. They seem to have disappeared into the crowds of the ship after they were released from the interrogator's brig.
Traitors, kill him.
But Gildo, you stayed behind by the bridge, this massive cathedral of a bridge.
Yeah.
You can see that up on the large pedestal is Captain Natalia, and she's directing a few officers here and there. Looks like she's pointing down at a hollow table.
Cool. So then, well, I'm going to ignore protocol and kind of just go up near her. And I know that she's busy, and so I would say,
Just gonna make this real quick. There's some information that you may not be aware of that's important. It's the Inquisition.
that should get her attention.
Yeah, she actually ignores you for a moment, finishing what she's saying to a couple of guardsmen who appear to be officer rank lieutenants only, though, before nodding her head and dismissing them.
Has this been factored into the plans at all?
It has been, Katachan.
Okay. All right.
And
Sorry.
she looks and turns towards you.
Yeah. It seems like she already knew what I was going to say, so I'm like, I'm wasting your time, so I'm getting ready to leave, you know? But clearly not. So, like, what does she
Yeah.
say? Yeah.
She looks you up and down real quick.
Yeah.
I've read your file. Cadia?
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're quite alike after all. Give him hell, Katachan. We'll revise you on the new plan. Looks like you'll have support that we could have used back then. You kind of see like a sad, almost morose look go over her face as she says back then.
Did you say back then?
You're not the only one who served at Cadia.
Forgive me, but you don't look like that much of a guardsman.
You picture that the only combat that happened was on the ground?
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I guess not. Well,
And she kind of chuckles a little bit and says, don't worry. We suffered losses too. And she,
Yes.
Be like, look
Yeah.
at the Vonderwolf, you know.
yeah,
Is
she,
this what you served
like,
in?
yeah, she runs her hand over, like, the panel of the table. Yes. Though at the time she wasn't mine. She was my father's. I was but a simple midshipman.
there's fewer and fewer people who can say they've been to Cadia. It's nice to meet another one.
She just nods her head. Give them the Emperor's blessing for me.
Oh, will do.
And I kind of like choke up a little bit because it's like nice, right? It's like,
Well, will do, Captain.
and,
Dismissed.
Like, salute.
Yeah. And she goes back
shoot him.
immediately,
I'll shoot
so.
him with my bolt pistol for his weakness.
Okay, and
That's
I
not
die.
weakness. That's like, it's like hella not weakness.
Cool. I reminisce about the fall of Cadia, and I'm getting a wrath point.
Fuck you. I knew you were trying to get something out of that. All right. Cool. So you all make it towards the Radiant Sparrow. Alana already had the engines primed, ready to go by the time that Gildo arrived.
Yeah.
Where are you guys headed exactly?
Well, do we get
Tor-
any extra gear?
Yes.
I got
Torrene, you were able to pick up Melta charges.
Yeah, I've got
Just
charges.
melted charges?
Yep.
Yeah.
He wants
I
to-
expect a
he wants demo
full-blown.
stuff. We'll blow it up.
Melta charges are demolition.
I know, but Eric
Looks
was
like-
asking.
Like, for example, I would like for access to restricted items, like for instance, a power sword.
Okay.
I know that's
expect a-
power
super
sword,
far
you
reach,
say.
and if anything, that would be what a commissar would have. But you know what? I would settle
Gildo
for a
would
chain
like
sword.
Power sword, Frank.
But I would like
A chain
power
sword? Yes. A power sword? Unfortunately,
Yeah, I
not
know.
aboard
Yeah,
the
makes sense.
Vonderwolf.
Yeah, of course. No, like
But don't worry.
If a player of mine wanted a power sword, if I was running this game, it'd be like, cool, that's a quest.
I
Better
tell
go
them.
figure out where one is and go get it.
I
Oh, don't
tell
worry,
them.
there's-
I tell them they need to find me one.
Go
Ooh.
find one. Make one.
Yeah.
Find
Oh.
your mechanic
Well,
friend.
I will
Oh
get,
wait.
no, I do need a chainsaw, so.
Yeah, you can easily pick up a chainsword or extra ammunition and the like. If you do want a power sword, just find somebody in the mechanicus department who has a good rapport with you, and they'll probably make you one.
Never mind. I'm good. I don't want to go over there.
Manvictus?
Oh wait, a
Is
friend
Manvictus here?
dead.
Did Manvictus make it off world?
That's a good
No.
question.
That's actually the person that Tyler killed last session.
Oh, that's rough, man. I suppose
I'm
you
joking.
never met him prior, so I guess that makes sense.
Hey, I had 2 noises and guns were trained on me, and I heard just a noise above me, so I shot the person who had a gun facing me because I'm like, screw you, you're gonna shoot me, I'll shoot you. And it was in the part of the ship where I was looking for people that were like invading the ship.
So I expect a full-blown scene like out of Armageddon, where we're like walking down the platform, 4 people wide.
Oh,
except in
yes,
this scene,
well.
Tyler's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. Tyler's always Steve Buscemi in my eyes.
He makes me think of Steve Buscemi.
Why? I don't know who that is.
What?
I can't picture it.
Oh my god!
I
Oh!
don't know who Steve. Wow.
I'm
Oh,
bad with names.
How do you
I'm bad
do
with
today,
names.
fellow kids?
I'm bad with names.
Wait, the
Like,
skateboard. How
I
do you
think he
do
would
today,
once
fellow
he
kids?
saw.
oh, I know who you're talking about.
I'm bad with
No,
names too.
don't ever compare me to that man.
I love Steve.
It's
He's
like
a brilliant,
it's like
brilliant man.
Paul Giamatti, but a rat.
By the way, great Steve Buscemi movie. If no one's ever seen it, is The Death of Stalin. It is amazing.
I don't think I've seen that.
I've
one.
not seen that.
And,
actually.
and it's a very appropriate reference given the game that we're tangenting off of.
Exactly.
I
But-
appreciate that.
It's also really good comedy movie that is actually very close to true to history.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that sells me. Like sold me. I'm good.
I mean, Steve Buscemi, so I'm already in deep.
Yeah, so Elena turns to you, Luther, and just gives you a nod. Where we headed, sir?
I like it.
We're heading back on world. Are you ready?
My life for the Emperor, sir.
God, she makes me happy on the inside. I show nothing, no sign of it on the outside.
Luther has a boner.
Oh, yeah, an imperial boner.
Yeah, so you guys,
Where are the guns on the ship? Are there any guns for Torne to get on? Because
There
I
are-
anticipate resistance when we're flying down.
what? Why? That would be weird. There is one single gun, yes.
All right,
It
that's
is
where Torne is
a-
gonna head.
Twin-linked, long-barreled autocannon.
Oh, Torne is gonna be on that then.
And basically, it's in the cockpit next to Alana, and you have to kind of take control of it with Luther in the co-pilot seat. It's a little crowded up there now, but manageable. And as you guys fly out of the Vonderwolf and begin to fly back towards the city of Thero, you receive a communication, and Alana simply listens for a moment and then patches it directly to you, Luther. This is Inquisitor Ophelia. Is Gildo aboard?
Yes.
Please patch me through to him immediately.
I don't. I just gesture towards the speaker to Gildo.
This is Gildo.
Ah, good to hear your voice. Glad that you're alive.
Inquisitor.
Osric says he misses you.
Feelings are mutual.
Tell me, what are we facing?
Honestly, I wish I had a better picture. Place is swarming with some sort of bugs.
Bugs. Sounds like Xenos scum, specifically of the Tyranid breed. That's more than okay. We will wipe them out. I hope you don't mind. I brought some valued friends with us. And immediately on your flight radar, you're all easily able to see this, as several small crafts, which appear to be landing craft, kind of form up around you. And Luther, you get another ping, this time on the open channel. This is Sister Katrina of St. Oswic's Monastery. We will be assisting you today.
You have my gratitude.
And you have the Emperor's blessing, I hope.
I don't respond.
Yeah, no, she's
Yeah.
already done with the conversation
Oh,
and clicks
Scene,
off.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just go quickly back to Gildo's conversation. How big exactly is this city?
I give her the full size. It's a hive city, standard hive city of 7 billion or whatever it is.
3, but close enough.
3 billion, yeah.
We're here to knock out the shield generator. It wasn't clear.
Good. Then you knock out the void generator. I'll hunt down the... Well, you already know where I'm going. That patriarch has to fall.
Gave it like a chill down my spine.
At the moment, the void shield itself is disabled, off. They'll only raise it when they sense a threat. It draws too much power. I currently have men inside the city, however, who say that they've met Anastar Thomas before. They'll be able to take out the anti-aircraft batteries, or at least disable them. We're going to drop directly into the palace.
How are you gonna do that?
With the Emperor's light in our eyes, and his fury in our voice.
Cut to the Terminator teleporter chambers on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Gildo, you would actually probably already know this. A void shield takes a hell of a lot of power.
Yeah, totally.
So they're only going to turn it on when
Basically
they're being
bombarded.
bombarded.
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
So it takes, well, a couple more hours milling about, checking your gear, rechecking it, even though you know everything's in place, as you suddenly are hit with a jolt as the ship shakes as you hit atmosphere. Immediately, not too far below you, is the Hive City, the spires reaching beyond the clouds. The palace being one such spire. Alana turns to Luther and says, "Sir, anti-aircraft, it doesn't appear to be grid-linked to the city."
What do you mean by grid link to the city out of game?
It's not powered by the city. It's powered by something else.
Gotcha. Can we identify the power source?
Unknown, sir. And she immediately banks to the left as a stream of bolt fire flies past you.
I look.
I have
over
to focus on other things, sir.
I nod. I'll look over to a star and say, "Is this something you think you can handle?"
Can I think it's too far away for me to like look in.
I don't know. We just released your chains.
It's true. How far is your whatchamacallit?
Like scry?
Your scry? You said like 5 kilometers?
Another curiosity.
5 kilometers.
That should be enough.
Yeah, I will activate Cry then. She just nods at him, as she has many times before, and within seconds, Ostara's eyes roll back, and you just see white, like, over his face.
Perfect. Roll your scry and then an awareness.
Would I be returning fire at the artillery cannons?
You can attempt to, however, they are looking for the power generator.
Oh, I rolled the...
Oh, it's prophetic visions. I'll keep that one though.
You wish.
But I think it'd be the same roll.
I think it is actually the same.
If you want to just take that as...
I'll take that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll awareness for me real quick.
Well, hopefully we don't blow up from Perils of the Wharf.
That's the end of the
Why am I
episode, guys. To see if you can find it. That's athletics. I'm okay
my
with these
God.
rolls.
That
I
first
like
one
these
is
rolls.
interesting. But doesn't the score...
Does it let you automatically find, or does it let you see outside your body?
Remotely view events or places. Like a... View events. They must be aware of the location to view. Must have a general idea. Also, they know exactly where these conditions. They must spend 10 minutes to home. Once activated,
Yes.
targeted locations. While doing so, they cannot move or perform any other act. They're completely oblivious to their own surroundings. That's it.
Okay. So it would take you 10 minutes to hone directly on where it is.
Yeah. So I will take my time to...
Okay.
Can we survive? I don't know if we're going to survive that long.
You don't know here.
Well,
taking
'cause we're being-
artillery fire.
Yeah, we're taking fire right now. I don't know how long the drop down to the planet is, or
But
Probably more
You-
than 10 minutes.
yes,
Is it-
definitely more than 10 minutes.
yeah, I don't know. I don't
Except
know.
you're already in atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we ever
Like
officially
you're
left
basically
atmosphere, did we?
dropping like a rock.
Because we had an upper atmosphere orbit kind of vehicle. I didn't think we actually had a true spacefaring device, did we?
No, not
No, this
not
is
spacefaring.
it's a void craft.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
it
is it?
doesn't have a Geller field. I think that's what
No,
it's-
yeah, it can't jump systems, but
Oh, but can you actually travel within system? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
think it was that
Yeah.
power. I thought it was literally just like almost like a yacht. You know what I mean? So my apologies.
So would we know if it's going to be longer than 10 minutes?
it's going to be a lot less than 10 minutes.
A lot less than. Okay.
Yes.
Then
Like you're dropping like a rock currently taking fire.
you can take
Maggie,
my
roll your-
awareness of 2
Yes.
with my complication.
Yep. Roll your 2d6. Tyler, you should easily be able to trace where those rounds are coming from and can return fire at one of the batteries that's firing at you.
Okay. Where, is it
23.
RNG?
Any vehicle you're in suddenly stalls. I'm joking. That'll be
That would be
Look at everyone's
very
faces.
specific. But also, you couldn't just use the computer or terminals of the ship to help you on this, right? Like, if you didn't want to do it psychically? Or no? Another question.
not for this ship specifically. This is a pleasure craft, not a combat craft.
Okay.
But
Right.
Tyler should be able to.
I'm looking at the Radiant Sparrow and I just don't have the oh, there's the pool. Okay, I got it.
I was gonna say. I'll bring it up for you.
I got it. I'm gonna roll. I've got
Or
my
that
pool
one
in there.
was from Frank.
What's
You're on a roll.
oh, I don't need the range, right?
No, range is fine. Don't worry about the
Okay.
range.
So I just roll
Range
my
is
attack roll
low.
then. All right. Here's my attack roll.
Nice. That would hit one of the cannons. All right,
I'm
roll
guessing
damage on
there's
it.
no shifting there because I didn't roll it.
No shifting. You can only shift when you get a 6.
There you go.
Perfect. That's actually just enough to knock it out, and 18 is right on the dot.
Nice.
Yeah, so we get the view from the ground as this crew of the house guards that you usually see. However, there's something different. They're drenched in red, dripping blood from their trench coats as they are loading this massive autocannon that's just simply firing round after round up into the sky. And we get the view of suddenly bolts from the sky just ripping them apart along with the gun as it explodes. And immediately the Radiant Sparrow comes in and lands a little hard directly in front of the craters that you created.
There might still be some around.
What do I see with?
When you look through Scry, you are in the palace courtyard. At the moment, there are a few other anti-aircraft batteries firing into the air. However, you see several of the other craft that were following you landing, and their back ramparts closing, or not closing, slamming to the ground as armored figures rush out. Their smaller sized bolt guns roaring as they begin to attack.
Are they attacking our people?
Not you guys. They're attacking the house guards. You would probably, at least Gildo, Luther, and maybe Ostara would recognize them as Sisters of Battle.
Got their flamers, the bolt
Yep.
guns.
Of course they have flamers and bolt guns.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I like my sisters.
Okay. I
love
guess with
Sisters of
that's what I get, and I come back to you, right? Because I'm trying to look quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her eyes like roll back, and you the star's eyes, and she just looks over to Luther and says, "They're firing anti-aircraft towards us. Like our friends have not."
Well, she can't hear if I say anything anyway, so just wait.
No, I came back.
No, she's already done.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Then I'll say, when you say it looks like our friends have landed, I'll say, how fares the battle?
It is anyone's game.
Have faith. We'll win the day. We'll win the war.
And
She nods.
yeah,
and, like,
Alana.
says she nods and says, "And guess what? I think I get a."
What? How dare you?
For praying?
Yeah, for free.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah, Alana.
I know I'm gonna need
lifts
it
her-
soon, so.
Yeah. Alana lifts her hand up and looks like she's about to flip a button that looks towards you, Luther. Landed, sir. Secure at the moment. Are you ready?
I looked
Drop
to
the back
everybody
hatch.
else. I looked to everybody else to make sure I get like nods or some sort of affirmation.
I
Oh,
nod.
also, who's going to wake up Gildo?
I'll wake up Gilda.
I was actually about to ask a question. Do I need to roll awareness to see if I need to? There are people in front of us for me to shoot with the ship gun.
No, at the moment, you're in the middle of the courtyard. You pretty much killed the 3 people that were around.
Okay, then he's just gonna jump out and head towards the back. He wouldn't even like his action would be his acknowledgement.
Was everybody like, you're waking up him, so clearly you're involved and he's jumping down?
I mean,
I'll just
we
say,
were-
But
Yes.
you roped me into this.
the joke is though, I don't think I would be that asleep because we weren't taking fire. If we were
You're
taking
right, just
fire, I would definitely
napping.
be asleep. Yeah.
Wait, you were taking fire.
listen, you cried. It was an emotional day.
Life-threatening
You need a
fire.
nap, okay?
Frank,
That's fair.
The 23.
You shed one tear. That was rough.
Oh, yeah, the
pattern.
23 was just ghostly aspirations.
Okay.
Which, funny enough, Maggie, you've rolled 4 times.
3 since
Yeah.
I've been a part of the campaign.
It is,
So-
what's the best part of it is it makes so much sense with everything.
Oh,
else that has
also,
happened. And it's
Trane,
always, I like to imagine
make
that
a
it's
fear
always the
test.
little kids.
What's the fear test again?
it's a resolve.
Oh yeah, Tyler's
favorite
the only
was
one.
when I went around
Torna's the
and-
only
Since he's
one.
the only one
Oh,
who's not immune to
I
fear.
roll back my eyes, and around me are just like these ghosts of these little kids, and it looks like they're carrying something
Which is terrifying.
in a line.
I think to myself that the one on my left looks like someone I ran over.
I've seen this before though, Frank.
I know. You still rolled a 0.
I know I rolled a 0. My resolve is only 3.
I know.
Work on
No,
this
don't
way.
worry about it. By the time that it would have, by the time you guys hit the ground, your fear is
But-
already worn off.
Also,
I just
now
wanted to see.
Luther knows a little bit more about Ostara's story. Maybe he
It's true.
might pick up on what's happening with kids.
That's a really good point. Are
Younglings.
children doing anything particular?
You just want to kill the young.
Yeah,
ones.
what are the
They
children
are.
doing?
Show me to the Jedi Temple. No, are they doing anything in particular? Like playing patty cake, ring around a rosy, hopscotch, or just drinking scotch.
That's up to a star to tell you.
It looks like they're carrying something,
Carrying
and they're all like in a line.
large or small.
Small box.
So individually, each carrying something.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna focus and see what kind of if the box has any details or what it's comprised of, anything that might make it, I don't know, anything unique about it.
What would be the symbol that would be on the box that goes in the big box?
What?
While you're thinking about that, Maggie, are they wearing all similar clothing, same clothing, or dressed uniquely?
They're probably not dressed. They all kind of are just the same. Wouldn't they be, Frank? I don't know.
I would assume so. Though I'm not sure what you mean by box here for big box.
Oh, I guess they go into the box themselves.
Yes, okay. Now I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything to
It looks
So-
like it might be all of their belongings.
Basically,
okay.
they're all carrying this.
yeah, like a little like personal belongings box. Gotcha. But it's probably standardized, same thing for each of them. They're all wearing
Yeah.
standardized clothing. I think because we've seen it before, and I've probably seen these exact details you're describing right now before. I just didn't think anything of it. I think finally something would click inside Luther's minds. How many children are there?
A
How many
lot.
kids are there, Rick? Isn't
A
it
lot.
hundreds?
Then there's probably not much time. I try looking to see if I see one that looks like Ostara.
Does he see one that looks like a star?
I'll make a
Can
check.
he
I'll
see
gladly
the
make an
scene that
athletic,
she
an
sees?
awareness.
Frank, that she
You know?
saw.
I gladly rolled, and unfortunately, Unless
Roll
you
a
want
psychic mastery, actually.
I was just to say, unless you want psychic mastery.
It's a bit of
Oh,
awareness.
Oh, what a
oh,
complication.
I find myself in there.
Every
It's the
time.
peril of the warp as well.
Actually, yes, you do. No. That would
No,
be-
I'm the
that would
only
be-
one.
Chaos.
Every complication is a peril of the warp. That's
Man.
like
Giant-
no matter what, no matter
For
what.
me.
Hey, this is
That
not
was
Dark
For
Heresy.
me,
We're
Eric,
not going to play it like that.
everyone is
Oh.
a...
It's
It's a giant corn on the cob that
Every
starts
time you
beating
do,
up the children. And
You
Any
do
psychic
get an
mastery or
absurd
psychic
amount.
mastery power, I have to do perils of the Warp.
Actually,
Like you have like an 18% chance, and it's happened like every time.
yeah, I love it. Luther,
Don't play XCOM.
it's actually, you suddenly find yourself, you're still aware of your surroundings as everyone's moving about you on the gun cutter, but half your brain seems to be somewhere else. A star is standing in front of you in a pitch black uniform with the skull of Inquisition on her shoulder, looking down at you as you're strapped to a chair.
I look down at the chair, calmly assess the situation. I know
You're
it's
a
not
child.
real. It's again calmly assess the situation. I know it's not real. This can't be real. I know my life, right? Right? I look down again. How am I strapped to the chair? Kind of taking in the surround what's around me, trying to look for something useful, something I can
Metal
take advantage of.
bindings holding your wrists and elbows to the chair.
There's
Ooh.
nothing else in the room.
Okay. I look to what's the chair made out of.
Metal.
Of course. My clothing. What am I wearing?
A simple robe.
On the clothing, is there anything, any sort of affixments to it? Like anything that's attached to it? Or is it literally just simple clothes, nothing attached?
A collar around your neck.
I'll look at the collar, see if there's anything stiff to the collar. In real life, if you're wearing a collar that has a bit of like an Oxford style, like a
No,
edge
no,
to
I
it.
mean like a collar.
Oh, like a crew neck or higher. Wait, or you
No,
mean like a
like
metallic
the-
collar?
no,
like a
yeah.
dog collar.
Like
No!
Like a metal
Yeah.
collar that is
Bad
like
Frank.
latched on.
Okay, so
Like
I
tech
can't
collar.
look down, but I can turn my head side to side. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, and immediately you pull out a vision as you're looking around.
I would say my character is disturbed, but I think he's just uncomfortable.
Well, I'll give you like 5 corruption just for that.
Why? He liked it.
Now welcome to
A
my
star
prologue.
standing over him with a dog collar around his throat. He was like, all right, I'm game.
Yeah. Roll a quick scholar for me. Actually, no, tech. Roll me tech.
Ooh,
Oh
that's
my
not
God.
bad tech.
The collar,
knife.
even though in your vision you didn't see it, you kind of knew what it was. It was a dampening collar.
I figured.
One much like the
The one
one
we have
that
now, yep.
Torane threw at you guys earlier.
I think to that for a few moments, and because we haven't actually officially landed yet, correct? Oh, we have.
No, you guys have.
Okay.
And
Sorry, did we
dropped the
jump
ramp.
back? Did we jump back in time? That all took place in the past, right?
Yeah, that was like,
Okay, so then, continuing in that past, while we're falling down, after Star and I spoke, but before we actually hit the ground, I'm going to look to Torrene's nearby. I know he's on the gun.
I'm right next to you on the gun.
Okay, cool. I'll look to Torrene, and it's not whispered by any stretch, but in a slightly softer tone, I'll say, Torrene, where did you find that collar?
Told you. Body of those dudes in black. Before they exploded.
Ostara has it currently.
Hmm?
But she didn't put it on when he asked her to. I'll not do it.
Torne never asked you to. Luther did.
Well, no, we were looking for something to dampen in general.
Oh, right.
Something to help hide. I think Maggie actually asked for something to hide her power. And
That's
kind
when
of what was
Torne presented.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I was freaked out a little bit by it, but I did take it.
I'll think to your response for a couple seconds. The nod. I'll give a star kind of like a. I suppose to you might look curious if Torrene looks, but it was maybe a bit of a concerned look, and then just keep quiet. Flashback to the future again. Sorry, Frank.
you're all good. Yeah, as you like finally come to again from your vision, everyone else notices that immediately these armored women are approaching your craft as the back ramp slams down, and you guys walk out. 2 of them are wearing helmets. One of them in the center is not, and you can see her heavily tattooed face and shaven head just clear in the day. Are you the ones that the Inquisitor told us about?
Indeed.
Torne just looks at Gildo when that's said.
And I look at Luther.
Yeah, she holds up what you all would assume is a data slate, but it's more of just 2 iron bars and glass between. Prints of the hive state that the generator is deep within the belly. The fastest way down is through the palace, directly to the floor. We're going to assist the Inquisitor with her mission of ridding this place of the Xenos scum that infect it. Will you be fine on your own, or do you need assistance?
Torne's just gonna say, "How did you get that information out of the prince?"
We got them from...
Because they got it from the prince. The
prints, the blueprints.
Oh, I heard prince like the
blue,
Okay.
like the color
Like
prints, as in the.
mysterious-
I heard PRINCE, not blueprints.
As in the
So-
artist formerly known as Blueprints.
Anyway, so yeah.
Show me the
So
blueprints.
then
Show me the
Torne
blueprints.
wouldn't
Show
have
me the-
said that. Torne wouldn't
No,
have.
I know, I figured.
So, I was just like, the hell.
No,
So
I
sorry,
like-
she says, I say, I'll respond saying, too deep down for a extraterrestrial bombardment to pierce its way through.
Sadly. However, and she looks towards the sky, as soon as they begin any bombardment, they'll simply raise the shield again. Don't worry, though. We won't leave before... well, before you get back aboard.
We're not concerned. Is there... I say, may we have a copy of the prince?
And yeah, she actually holds out the glass data slate towards you. You
The blessing of the
all
Emperor.
would probably know this is actually rare and expensive. Don't break it.
Like I said,
Tornay
the
grabs it
blessing
and
of the
breaks it over
Emperor.
his knee. We don't need no stinking map.
I pull out
I'm
my,
kidding,
my
I'm
bolt
kidding.
pistol, finally do what needed to be done. He said, "Where's Bjorn? Bjorn!"
Oh no.
Sorry.
It's all good.
There's
Yeah,
lights
so the
behind you.
blessing of the Emperor, I say as I take it.
Yeah, and she immediately turns. Then the two next to her turn, and they not so much walk, but jog towards the palace where there's heavy fighting going on.
Seems as though a path will be cut for us. Unfortunately, we won't have much glory in battle prior to the arrival at the palace, but I'm sure there will be an ample amount once we enter.
Last one there's a rotten egg.
I
Karan and
look at-
Gilda just run off.
Yeah.
Gilda's already found the vent.
I look at him like, what does that mean?
I would like to activate my because I think it lasts like an hour.
It does. It lasts a long time.
So while the two of them run off through vents and she starts flying, I turn back to the ship and grab the vehicle that we brought with us and start driving in that direction.
The
Because
motorcycle.
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
why would I do that?
Remember, only 3 of you can fit on that.
I know, but don't worry, 2 are running off and 1's flying. So looks like I've got a nice, comfortable ride.
I just like the cartoony picture of Gildo running, seeing like a little bit of an air vent sticking out of the ground. Like one of the heating vents that you see on top of buildings, and there's just like Santa Claus diving into it.
And I would like to spend
But that's just me.
more on being able to increase my speed and increase my
Okay.
strength by +1 for determining what I can carry.
Go for
I
it.
have upgrades.
Remember, if you roll a complication here,
I already
if you're bounding. Oh, you did?
And I succeeded, yeah. The DN
It
is
was a
5.
6.
Darn.
I succeeded.
Yeah, that's fine then. I was gonna say, I thought you were unbounding your flight ability. That makes me sad.
No, you wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I keep up with her with my motorcycle?
Easily.
Okay. I'll actually drive directly beneath. You know what I mean? Just to make
Nice.
sure that,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't shoot while you're riding a motorcycle, so
yes, you can.
or driving.
Have you never seen John Wick?
It's true.
I mean, he's a terrible
Um,
actor, but the movie's great.
Yeah, you all make it to the palace relatively unscathed. Every now and then, a few rounds of bolt fire or not, of lasgun fire flew by you, but for the most part, the Sisters of Battle have been clearing the building. Much of the outside of the palace that you can see is simply aflame, as you hear and probably see a sister in black armor just lifting up a flamer and just
For fire. Yeah.
through a
Badass.
window.
This is
We have the
Where are you
power
guys-
station.
Are you guys trying to go through the main entrance, through a side entrance, or what?
Wherever is open.
we're taking the route.
Whatever
Well,
our plan
did they
said
give
was
us
the
a route?
easiest.
Did
Yeah.
the sisters
Yeah.
give us a route?
Yeah, it's pretty much the fastest route would be in the middle of the palace itself is several elevators that just simply go anywhere.
It's not the weird hidden room that Torne had found before.
No.
Darn. He wanted to go
But-
back down memory lane.
But yeah, you guys, as you make your way into the palace itself, you notice that you do have to pass through a familiar room, the ballroom that you had to go through.
We would have left Elena behind, just to be clear. So she's
She was not
okay.
going with you guys.
Okay, cool.
And you hear laughter and mechanical growling. Outside the ballroom itself, you see several dozen guards simply charred and torn apart. And a few bodies of the sisters.
Oh.
Sisters of Battle. Yeah. The doors to the ballroom are closed at the moment. However, this is the direction you need to go.
This is the part.
What part did you miss because of your complication? I'm very confused right now.
This thing that's shooting. Say something
What?
with like mechanical
No.
thing was cackling.
Yeah, no, there's like a mechanical growl that you can hear. Like an engine running and revving.
Generator. Right?
No.
Could be something else. Could
I
be,
don't know.
yeah.
Well,
One way to find out.
and let's get ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll lead the way.
Yeah, Torne's right with you.
Likewise, I'm with you.
I'm,
On our motorcycle
I'm
because
in the air,
sorry.
but I'm with you.
You're not on a motorcycle anymore. You can't drive that into the palace.
I can.
You can totally drive down the hallway.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
having
our
a
side.
I'm having a
the hallway
badass.
picking up.
Do you see what Common says weird for jackets? I'm having a badass flapping
I'm
around.
gonna
my-
Flaps,
Wrath.
flapping.
I'm going to use a Wrath to have a grenade that casually fell out of Torne's pocket to blow up that motorcycle.
I tried to mute him, but then I remembered I'm not the host of the call. Damn it.
I agree. All right. Yeah, so you guys open up the double doorway to the ballroom, and you can see it's no longer the white marble wood floor that you saw before. Instead, it is covered in blood, bodies, and gore. Several Sisters of Battle lay torn asunder as you see Anita half dancing as she swings a massive chainsword about the size of her body as she eviscerates one of the Sisters of Battle before you.
I always wonder in Warhammer, I'm like, how are these people carrying giant ass weapons?
We can talk about it.
You know, Warhammer.
So as like approaching or riding by this thing, because obviously they're going to do something. They're pretty quick. They're probably going to get there first. I do want to see what the dead sisters around, like on the way to that battle, what they may have dropped on the ground. See if they have any interesting weapons or armaments
Luther
that
would
they may
like
have
to
left
loot
behind.
the bodies.
Booster wants to loot. these holy
It's
bodies.
honestly, I'm looking to see if there's a badass weapon I can toss to either Gildo or Torne, because it's not really useful for me. But if I can do something for one of them, that'd be fucking awesome. But yes, it is looting the bodies.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's just not for me, you know.
Each one is carrying a bolt rifle
Bolt rifle as opposed to pistol.
or bolt gun. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking up the exact order. I had it before and lost it.
It's bolt gun.
Oh, so the same thing as I
Yeah,
have.
it's bolt gun. Don't you
That's what
love
the,
when-
like a supposed Marine has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, theirs is just a smaller version.
Okay. Nothing else that kind of like jumps out or whatever.
Not exactly.
Okay, then never mind. I leave it alone. Boys, take it away.
That's right. Yeah, it's a bolt gun, not a bolt rifle.
Is the door closed?
I have a bolt pistol.
I'm
Is it
gonna-
the same
Is the
thing?
door closed?
No, because you guys open the door when you're
I-
entering, and that's when you see her.
Oh,
Can I take
so
the bolt
gonna,
gun?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can totally take a bolt gun. And there's plenty of ammunition, so I'll give you 3 reloads for it.
This is just to be clear. This is a base DR 10, 20 range, 20 meter range gun, correct?
No, that's a bolt pistol.
So it is a different gun.
Yes.
Yeah,
you said
it's
that.
a bolt gun, not a bolt
It's a bolt
pistol.
gun,
Wait,
not a bolt pistol.
He said multiple different things. That's why I was like, he's
He
rifle,
did.
No, I said
pistol.
bolt
So I'm like,
rifle,
I'm
then
not
I
sure
said
which is.
bolt gun.
Yeah, he said bolt rifle, and then he was like, bolt gun.
I grab one too.
Frank, how many reloads did I get from the quartermaster? Because my reloads have constantly said 0.
3. 3 is like the standard.
So I
It's
definitely
basically
wanna,
your strength divided by whatever.
definitely want to grab one of those up and toss it over to Gildo so he doesn't like waste his time running. Just go like, Gildo! And like toss it over to him so like,
Yeah.
Like Gilbo's gonna use it. He's got a big knife. But maybe.
In this
That
kind of
noise.
scenario, it's kind of harder to get close, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I think soften her and then give her a good old sticking.
I imagine
Yeah.
After we open the door, Tornade's just kind of standing in there, and he looks to Gildo and just goes, "Let's make her bleed." And then he's gonna go ahead and start taking shots at her.
Renee.
Oh my god. Roll 20, please. I'm trying to add things. There we go.
No glory going into this. It's gonna be epic.
Yay.
But we do
Guys
have
have
all
plenty
our
of
wrath, and Gildo and I both have an extra.
Alright.
Prepared.
Fortunately, I didn't make a token for her like I should have.
Oh, did you take us to another page?
No, you guys should be on the.
Oh, okay.
No,
So
I didn't
that's-
make a token, basically.
For that statement, for saying "let's make her bleed" is basically hitting something on the nose, which is one of my things. Do I get a wrath for that?
No, that's not hitting anything on the nose.
Come on,
It's not hitting anything on the nose at all.
it's stating the obvious. Hey, this is what
Stating
we're
the
gonna
obvious
do.
would be
Let's
like-
do it.
All right.
Stating what
So
kind of
for
weapon she has and telling Gildo, even though he can clearly see it.
Yeah. So before I go further, what is the turn order? Who wants to go first?
I said Tornado was gonna start taking shots, so if it's cool with you guys, I was gonna go first.
Definitely you can go first.
Do you
I'm
want
gonna
me
probably go last.
To try to hold her for you first?
I mean, you can try. I don't know if it would affect my shots anyway.
It would, because you'd just automatically succeed if she can't move, if she's restrained.
Is that true?
I don't know if you have enough power to do that, Maggie, do you? Because she's pretty fucking powerful. She's
never know
tearing through
well.
sisters of. Yeah, it's true. We did release your shackles.
I mean, honestly, if that's the case, I'd be down with that. If you want to try, Maggie, just us switch places. I think because
Okay.
you're listed as the next person to go.
Because if she's restrained, she can't move, right? Right?
No, she can't.
Yeah. So you would, like, get an easy shot on her,
Ideally.
ideally.
Really, yeah.
If I don't suck at it.
Or roll more complications.
Right.
Also
Maybe
true.
with your
At
this
best
point.
shot.
It's more guaranteed that you will.
I'm gonna spend a
than won't.
wrath, or
Mhm.
potentially spend a wrath, in case I fail, so I can reroll. Reminder that the test, Drink of Wisdom, DN 5. I wish there was a way for me to increase that, because it seems kind of like.
What? Increase? Yeah, you can. To increase your psychic powers, you become unbound. You add more dice to the pool, but you also add more wrath dice to the pool.
Yeah, it becomes
What's the
2
exchange?
wrath dice.
No, I don't mean increase my power. I meant increase the power of the test. Which actually it does. It looks like I can make the DN for the strength and willpower test higher if I get like bonus, like I did for the flight. So I'm up in the air and I'm just gonna cast. I'm gonna put my hand down.
Become unbound. Become unbound 3. Use
You know,
3
you-
extra wrath dice.
But what do you get in exchange for 3 extra wrath dice?
You higher roll. However, unless
But
you roll a 1.
Is that the hit or damage?
Yes, to hit and damage.
Yeah, because
Oh.
you would carry over.
Maggie, I won't lie. Like out of you, like meta, we just unbound your character. I could totally see you being a little badass here. In
Go
game,
unbound 4.
in game, my character would tell you control
Or
yourself.
5.
So,
Frank
out of the
really
game.
wants you to get Perils of the Warp times 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this
Literally
is
for
finale,
every
this
peril
is
that
the
she
time,
would
right?
roll. Yeah.
Right.
Frank's just sitting there going,
Unlimited
do
power.
So when because I'm spending a wrath to re-roll, does that not count for all the dice, or like?
No, it counts for only failures that are not the wrath dice.
Yeah. So if you roll a complication, those don't re-roll.
That makes sense. But I mean, again, out of game, I think it's a good idea. In game, I would suggest otherwise.
What?
I mean,
just do
so,
10.
So I see what Scott is saying. Story-wise, it makes sense if you would upgrade it and make it that way. Whereas
Character-wise, it's like
character-wise, it's like this could be bad.
Luther wants you to be able to find peace with yourself and have control.
But Scott wants you.
But Scott
to
wants
unleash hell.
Maggie to have unlimited power.
What do you all think? Are you guys okay with me rolling?
Yes.
Yeah, 10.
Chat,
10.
can we get
Go for 10.
yays in
Potentially bad
chat?
things
Chat,
can happen.
Give me 10.
come on, chat.
Maggie,
Also, how many
remember,
should I? How
Have those
many
mag
should I do?
hypes.
remember, you can unbound for like literally
Maggie's things.
so much.
Mag
Is
hype.
it
Come
can be up
on.
to the amount that I have in Psychic Mastery?
Yeah, I think so.
And my psychic, I only have 7 ranks, but I have a max of 12.
I don't know if you want to unbound to that level. Frank is like, that's 12 times the chaos.
that's too much chaos.
For any
Wait.
peril you roll, I immediately get plus
How
10
much should
on
I
your
do? Just
perils.
3, you think,
die.
or just 1 extra dice?
I wouldn't go 5. I think like a good 2 or 3 is pretty solid. I wouldn't
Become
go 5.
transcendent.
I mean, I don't know you guys' opinion on this. I think 5 is too deep for the first time doing this. I think 2 or 3, feel it out, and maybe that actually teases a star into going further in. Or
Okay, I'll do 3.
Yeah.
But
All right.
if you become transcendent and use more than 2, you get dice equals to the game's current tier, which is 3. So you get 3 extra dice
Well, that's
Frank.
and
what
plus
she's
your
doing.
rank
She's doing
bonus,
3.
which is
I'm
Frank, she's
going
doing
4.
3. She's going 3.
Yeah, she
I'm
gets
going
4.
3.
You know.
Yeah, you got 4.
I love how Eric is being just very like, I do not want to be a part of this.
Because
well,
it's
I
plus
won't
your rank
interfere,
bonus.
but
So it's the tier plus rank, so you actually get
Look,
4.
I have no problem making this place a target-rich environment.
Wait, do I have to spend 4 wrath?
she
dice?
spent 3,
Yeah,
which means she has
3.
5.
And then it.
She's level 2 rank.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah,
It
So
was 5.
she spends 3 and gets 5. Yeah.
Okay, so I get.
Don't give it that.
I spend
5
3 and I get
bonus
2
die.
bonus dice.
What?
Is that what you're saying, or what are you saying?
No,
Frank, could you
will
reiterate
get-
that?
Yeah.
So you're doing 3
Mm-hmm.
because it also adds your rank bonus into it. Your rank 2, that makes it 5.
That almost makes me want to.
So you get 5 bonus die. Or is
I
it
have,
5?
I have to use 5 bonus wrath die.
It's 5 bonus wrath die. Yeah.
Wait, it's 5 bonus wrath die?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow. How do you even get that much?
That doesn't
Alright.
make sense because that.
Yeah, it does. Wrath die still count towards the score.
Oh.
All right, we're doing it.
Oh my god.
I'm potentially spending my wrath for if I
Chaos.
need to reroll.
All right,
Well,
everybody.
The thing
hype
is,
in
once
chat,
again, you
give
can't
Maggie
re-roll
luck.
your wrath die at all.
I can't reroll my wrath die, but I can reroll other dice. So here we go.
Braden Nurgle.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Maggie,
Yeah.
that is
Hell,
amazing.
Maggie, roll 2d6.
Ah! No, look at that. She re-rolled.
Wait,
She's even 12.
Why'd you re-roll? You just made wrath. You added
5.
another wrath complication.
Maggie, roll 2d6.
Well, because Frank didn't tell me if I succeeded with the 9.
9 should succeed.
Did 9 succeed? 'Cause
I
the
wouldn't
re-roll took
reroll.
her-
I wouldn't use the reroll if I succeeded.
No, we'll count that reroll. It's fine.
Does it do anything extra for her beyond what the chaos you're about to ensue?
Yes, because
It will
she
make my
would have
DN
one
higher because I can
D3.
actually spend more to make my DN higher. But my question is,
You
would
would
a
be able
9
to
be
shift
suc-
3 instead of 2.
would
This
a 9 be
keeps
successful?
happening.
Oh, it's
Well, no, I'm saying if you accept the reroll, you'll be able to shift 3 instead of 2.
So you would just be able to shift an additional 1, but you would
So,
lose
do you
your
want to
wrath
take-
and gain an additional complication.
I don't need that. I'm just saying I would
you
only
sure?
want to spend as much as I need to
Why?
to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, that would still hit, yeah.
Okay, then I won't take the reroll.
Oh. Roll
to roll-
2d6 anyways.
2d6. How many times? Twice?
Nope, just once.
13.
Fuck.
That's a low.
Yeah, you got lucky there.
I
We
got
needed a
lucky.
low
Woo.
one.
Nah. Yeah,
Does it
you
go
have to
back
roll
to
it twice
23
and
again?
accept the
Did the
highest.
ghost come back?
No. You have to reroll. Sorry, there was a
Wait.
error with that roll.
No.
There's no
Frank,
you
error
tried.
with
You
that
It
roll.
tried.
clearly. Let's see.
There's no error. You add what? How many do you add to it? 20 or 10?
50.
This is
Oh.
incredible.
Damn. So close to
How does this
accidentally.
happen?
So close to killing your allies. You were literally
no.
1 point off from life drain.
We were fine.
But I can
the whole time.
re-roll, you guys, because I have favor of the word.
I know,
Well,
exactly.
We get to
You
find
know
out
it
what
once
it
a
is.
session, right?
I don't think you want to re-roll it. There's no way you can get much lower.
Maggie, make a intellect test. Difficulty 4.
Intellect. Wait, you aren't into
Look,
that
that's-
high.
That is hell.
Oh no,
low.
only Maggie.
1-3 is
only
pretty hell.
Maggie.
low.
But
for
a
Maggie.
4 intellect test is like really high.
I know.
Yeah.
a complication.
He has an aneurysm and dies.
Cool. And no reason I'm doing this. Ignore it. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna reroll that.
D6. No,
Why?
no, you can't.
What?
No, I'm saying because I
Why?
don't like the thing that I rolled.
Oh. So
Wow.
instead you rolled.
We
what
both
did you
rolled
roll
poorly.
instead?
Nice, we rolled exactly the same. 1-1 and a complication.
Impressive.
You guys
Alright.
become
Very
soulmates.
Literally, you rolled something that only affects you. You both take 1d3. If it wants to roll, I rolled it. It hasn't gone
One.
Yeah, what
One.
1d3 always
One.
takes a minute.
yet. One, just shock. One shock.
Oh,
So we all take one shot.
no, just
No.
me.
Oh.
Just Maggie.
Okay.
Oh, God, nice.
Um,
Look at that, you guys.
yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I don't know. We still don't know what it is.
I don't know.
What is?
I just took
Maggie,
one shock. What
Astara.
happens? What does it look like? Describe to
so
us.
you immediately.
Also, I do get
grab-
a choice to change it.
Oh
That's
no!
why
Go
you-
ahead and change it. It's visions of possibilities.
Oh.
You can change it. if you
That
really
doesn't
want to.
sound like something you want to change.
No, it's fine. I rolled a 13, so that's pretty low. I don't want to re-roll that.
Yeah, as you're standing in the air, your arm outstretched, gripping Anita, you link eyes with her, and immediately you see her grinning, already loose from your grasp. The bodies of your allies simply torn apart as she's running this eviscerator sword through the chest of Luther. She looks up at you and smiles, says, "Darling, you should have given up while you're still ahead." Before you suddenly snap back into actuality.
I shake my head like, ooh, what was that?
And I have to make a strength test, don't
Yes. It's actually
I?
higher.
I pass.
It's-
Fuck you.
She actually has to beat a 7.
Yeah, she had to beat a 7.
Wow,
'Cause it-
rude.
Ranked up.
Because I ranked it up.
Hey, Frank, eat a dick.
That's the only reason why I took the extra dice is because like there's potential that
You
I
know?
can increase the power of that
You
demon.
know, if I rolled one higher, that vision of possibility would have been real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I probably would have killed you all.
No.
All right. Cool. It is.
It's funny. I like the idea that she sees that and then like she like blinks for a second and noticing that she's staring at him, Luther just kind of like looks over and gives like an affirmative nod and then keeps firing with his rifle.
And I'm going to roll to escape again.
As I hold,
Yeah.
Wait, she never rolled for damage initially, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Roll your damage.
You were able to shift
All the
to-
damage, Maggie. All the damage.
No, no damage.
All of it. Roll all of it.
which is is
16,
no, I think it's right here.
38.
And you were able to shift too, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I shifted those for the strength.
We're so dead. You
Nah, she's
finally got us dead. You did it. You did it, Frank. You killed us.
What?
10
I
damage.
mean-
It looks like it did not do. My dice did not do anything.
Yeah. Your extra shift dice did not do all that much, sadly.
But
Rest in pepperoni. I'll take that 1 damage that I took there. But hey, it's 1 damage.
Wait,
Um,
did you shift?
so-
Oh, because you shifted those to strength. You didn't shift them to damage. Okay.
Yeah, I shifted them for the test.
yeah.
For the
Which,
DM.
unfortunately, on her turn, we see her. Yeah, we see. What's it look like when you're grabbing someone? Is it just invisible, or is there like a field?
I think with this, it is invisible, and she just kind of looks like she's getting like wrapped. And she
Yeah, and
puts her arms down.
we see her look from
And the stars
Astara.
like flying in the sky and like on the ceiling and like holding her hand out.
Yeah, and we see her look from Astara and like shake her head because she saw the same vision, and just smile as she looks down towards Luther. Kama-san, seems you're going to have that dance after all. As she bursts out and charges towards whichever one of you is the closest, which I think would actually be Tarani.
Oh, we have no
What?
glory. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I can't steal.
I was gonna do something cool, but no.
All right.
Instead of just sit here and watch you die.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wait, did I roll that right?
I mean,
Yes,
that
I
doesn't
did.
look like bonus dice. That looks like that's all dice.
Oh no, I have a mod on there.
Yeah, I was like,
There's a
how'd
2
you
mod.
Okay,
succeed on
I'm gonna-
everything?
Yeah, no, I'm re-rolling that. I had a mod.
Oh,
on
you
there.
have Frank. You have the Frank killer on.
Okay, that was a hit.
No, he had a
Okay.
2 mod.
Yeah, I had +2 on there.
What
Which
was
is-
it last time that increased my armor? I remember I had increased armor before. I just don't remember why.
I think you had dodge.
This isn't.
I never had like a skill. I think it was like suppressive fire. I think it was an
Yeah,
interaction.
I think someone else was helping you
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's if you go to the combat actions and combat options, combat effects.
Be
they're all
prepared
handouts.
to use all your wrath to try and soak. And maybe some glory. Oh, wait, you guys don't have any glory.
Yeah, we don't have any glory yet. And I can't give you guys glory.
Nope, that's not AP4. That's AP2.
Wait, she gets to
Alright.
go 3 times in a row?
Oh, no, that's just one attack.
What do I
Hold
have
on.
to do? here?
I
'Cause I'm
went,
pretty sure I'm
and
dead.
she went, because she broke
Yeah.
out, and then she attacked. Breaking out is like a full action.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was... Okay.
Wouldn't it be?
In that case...
Oh, thank God I didn't get hit at all.
In
Nothing
that
happened.
case, she
That would-
throws
that-
it
that
at
would kill you.
Tarane, and it hits Tarane.
I'm like,
What?
wait, how many
No.
times does she get to go in a row without someone else going? I'm like, what's going
Okay,
on?
no, in that case, she's not going to move, but she is going to fire. I'm sorry. You are
Yeah,
correct.
she can't
I was
move.
wrong.
Yeah.
She can't do either of those things.
Can she?
She spent
Is it
her
a
whole
full
turn to
round
break out.
to break out? I thought it was just like your movement.
So
To be
where's
to
the wording of it?
unrestrained.
It's crush, right? You're talking about the wording of crush, right?
Yeah, but she's restrained, so it'd be like getting unrestrained.
Unrestrained has to be an action, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Has
sure
to be a
it's
minor
just
action,
a
because-
action. It's okay. I have a cheat sheet somewhere. Did my internet just
Minor
off?
action,
No? Okay.
use
No, you
object,
go, we got
stealth,
you.
ranged attack, interaction, melee attack,
Where's my
attack,
cheat sheet?
blow.
I have a
You were
DM
thinking
sheet somewhere.
about- we got
combat options.
I'll actually bring up
Ain't lost yet, Frank
the
boy.
book.
She's also holding this giant sword with one hand that she can use a pistol.
She's a badass dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Warhammer. That's what I'm always saying. Like every single time I see a
The
Warhammer
Warhammer
character,
makes no sense.
I'm like,
Actions
how
and
do they
combat.
carry this shit?
Combat actions.
Same as Final Fantasy.
Where does
Final Fantasy, however, is anime, so it's different.
it's got to be just a movement action?
Yeah, I think it's just a movement.
Okay.
You can take one move and one action.
But I mean, she wasn't unrestrained to begin with, so
While restrained, the
the
target can
attempt
do
to get
nothing
unrestrained.
except try to break free and by again making another strength hit.
You must forfeit your next move action. So she can't move.
Okay, so she can only shoot.
But,
so she
yeah.
shot me.
Yeah, so she
me with
shot-
a pistol.
With a bolt pistol.
Did she
Okay,
shoot
Mind you-
me or did she shoot? Because that has more options. Who'd she shoot at?
True.
Yeah, it
There are
says
more options.
must
231.
forfeit next move action, may not.
Fuck it, she shoots Astara.
Does she really?
Yeah, so she immediately breaks free, says, looks like we're gonna get that dance after to Luther, lifts her bolt pistol, blam.
Nice.
I like it.
A character that's restrained is bound. Yeah.
Alright, Astara, that's an 11. Tarane is your turn. As Astara calculates that Demergerino.
Is that 11? You said.
Yeah, so you
Minus
can
whatever
set
your
the
resilience.
soak.
My resilience.
Their defense is -2 though, so now's the time to survive that and
My
retaliate.
resilience is 9. So I take 2, right?
Yeah, you
You
either
could soak that,
wounds or soak.
or you could save your soak for when you get annihilated by something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take. I would just take two wounds.
I can't believe you rolled.
Is your armor two?
No,
No, her armor's like
is 9.
9. Yeah, her resilience is 9, so she would only take 2 wounds.
Wait, what's the defense? What's your defense?
3.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it passes her
Yeah.
defense.
So
Yeah,
then
she
it
hit
did
with a
get one
5.
did get shifted over, but it was a success, and which is why it's 11. No, that didn't. You never shifted.
Yeah, I didn't shift.
Okay.
Worry about it. I didn't shift. Yeah, Tarane.
All right. I
Turn.
mean, he's taking shots. That's what he's doing.
Shots,
What do you see
shots,
for it?
shots.
So, cool.
That would hit.
And a critical.
Technically, yes.
Hell yeah. Do I get to shift anything or no?
You could shift the critical, can't you?
You can't shift a critical. Not a critical. You can't shift the wrath die. Only
Okay.
the black
Oh,
dice.
you can't shift the
Okay.
wrath die. Okay.
So-
So then you actually can't shift. That's hilarious.
Should I roll damage first and then pull the critical, or?
Yes, roll damage, then the critical.
All right. So this is from the bolt pistol,
Also, that counts as a glory, guys.
Hey.
That makes me happy.
and
Oh, you
this
guys
is from the
finally have
plasma.
glory,
Put it on the board
nerds.
here.
Hey, hey.
So she takes those two,
Oh, fuck. That hurts.
and
No.
then I have my critical that I need to draw.
You didn't use the plasma when you shot. Use your bolt.
I shoot both. It's my dual wheel.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You dual wield
I
Dreamers.
take a shot with I use an attack with one, and both are shot. Essentially,
Oh,
as long as
okay.
I'm aiming at the same target. If I'm aiming at different targets, it just raises the DC.
Yeah, I knew about the DC thing. I didn't know about the same target uses the same roll. Thanks.
Yep,
That hurts.
yep. And I get to
Nice.
pull my critical, which here it is. Wait, I clicked on it.
You did Z.
Oh,
This
Okay.
she reminds me of the character
unspeakable
in
carnage.
season 3 in Castlevania.
Oh, God. That
Suffers
was
If you haven't
1d3.
watched it yet, I'm not gonna spoil it.
This is an
Um,
incredible one to get.
Yeah, a truly grievous strike. The attack is a terrifying display of martial prowess. A geyser of gore erupts from the foe's wound, and ragged remnants of their body strewn across the battlefield. Effect:
Yes.
target suffers 1d3 plus 3 mortal wounds, and I am going to use that glory to go ahead and upgrade it to
Yes,
severity
do
to add
it.
another mortal wound.
Then roll a d3.
Taxi.
Oh wait, wait. Can,
1d3 plus 4.
can I spend a wrath to say that she lands on like something super sharp?
For starters, yeah.
Maybe.
For starters, I'm pretty sure
Like
the
one
AP
of the
minus 3
dead,
is punching
like one
through
of
the
the
armor.
dead Sisters of Battle's
1d.
weapons?
No, that's a.
Oh, that's a good
I can't-
point. -3. You should be punching
It's-
through the armor. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
plasma.
no, it did.
Yeah, my plasma just eviscerated straight through her.
So like,
No, her sword's the eviscerator.
What?
Your sword's eviscerator, so you can't eviscerate
No.
through.
Here comes
She's
your
with that
1d3 plus 4, Frank.
Go for it. I hope you rolled a 1.
you did.
I did. It's 5.
Ah,
5.
God damn it.
Still 5 mortal wounds that can't
I
be
have yet
soaked
to
that
see a
are
1d3
that in
roll.
conjunction. Look, the reserve
Ouch.
pools absolutely you killed them.
5 mortal wounds
No.
is awesome.
Unless they're literally a
Um,
garbage truck, they are they are dead.
No, not yet. My
Roll
turn.
the 3.
Okay.
3 what?
Every time I've rolled a d3, I've always seen a 1 roll. So
It's because you need me to roll for you. We know we're playing Warhammer.
You don't put
right now.
enough flourish in your
Frank,
keystrokes to get the right
Frank,
three
Scott
every time you
clearly
roll.
only has prowess in intimidation, which he has a +2 modifier in. So he claims he's so good, but that's really all he
Shoot.
achieves.
Excuse me, I achieve many things. Like,
Shoot
for
him dead.
instance, I successfully removed something that shouldn't have been removed from Astara's body.
You used both a wrath and a glory to make that happen, though.
And what did you just use?
I used a glory.
Yeah.
I used it to upgrade my critical hit. That's it.
Oh, you use it to upgrade your focused skill.
Oh, that's weird. I can't.
I don't have a
Combat boy?
modifier.
Use
I
this
was
ability.
scared.
I don't like that.
You shoot things, I scare them.
I don't have a modifier. I actually roll well.
Just saying, you shoot somebody in both their kneecaps, like, fuck you, bruh. And I just like, boo. And like, I run away.
Okay, 1 second.
Something you
I'm
can-
going
yeah.
to copy and paste something. Neither. Nope, wrong one.
So how much did I mess this chick up?
Very much so, to the point where I have to relearn how to do things because the character sheet doesn't let me.
Is she heavily wounded?
Yes, very.
They
So,
can
right.
only have one hit point left. Like, there's no way.
Literally
Nicely
one.
done,
Yes.
my friends.
All right, is it my turn yet?
Almost, because I'm going to steal initiative and use her special rune power, which is Blood for My Father. And which. Does it not
now
show.
But I'm her father.
Are you down to 1 rune now?
I think
No,
he's
She has
out.
her own personal rune pool.
That makes sense, actually. That makes sense.
Minibus.
But you-
Literally, she's going to take 1d3 mortal wounds for this next charge and attack that she makes.
So she's dead.
Yeah, it's literally she's charging and committing suicide.
But I want to steal.
However- She is attacking Torane, who just shot her.
Oh, do you blame her?
Okay.
So she
Good.
charges at him and swings her sword.
There's a 0 there.
Yeah, no, that's just the power.
Okay. 16, 9. That would be
Yeah,
7.
16.
AP
So
minus
Yeah,
seven
but
damage.
minus 2 AP, man. Ouch.
So wait, does that -2 to my resilience?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
So it'd
Yeah.
be 9 damage.
I have
Yeah.
to soak it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I have to roll
'Cause-
well. I'm committing a wrath for the soak.
But this doesn't
AP
actually kill her, does it?
AP is like the most powerful part of the entire system.
Yeah.
Besides the
Oh.
amount of dice you roll, but like,
Here comes my committed wrath for the soak. I hope I don't have to re-roll, and I roll really well.
you can treat it this way. Since while
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
do
that,
I'm gonna add more to it.
like mathematically, you succeed 50%
God
of the time
damn
on a
it.
die.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
no, so she charges screaming.
AP is worth 2 dice. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
it's basically we're done.
So,
she's holding this massive chainsaw sword that's
So-
literally as tall as she is.
9.
Swings it, nails Trani directly in the chest. And
Oh.
just as it tears through his armor, the chain blades whipping and eating away at it, she flings him backwards as he slams against the wall
And
before she bleeds out.
And I am going to use my Axe of Faith that I just recently bought to recover
Man.
1d3 wounds, which I can do twice or technically 3 times because I have 3 faith.
What does that look like? Hold on a second.
Wait, how do you have 3 faith?
Because I got
looked at faith
unquestioning,
abilities.
unquestioning faith, which gives me 1 faith, and
Yeah.
Axe of Faith grants you 2, so that's a total of 3.
Oh, 'cause I
Bro,
was
how
looking
do
at
you
those
get
before.
Acts of Faith? What is Acts of Faith?
Axe of Faith was something I purchased. It basically, I get to choose
talent.
It's a
2
talent.
categories. It's a talent. 2 categories where I have the ability for. One of them is I get to use a faith to use a free movement, so I can move double speed, or I can use 1 faith to recover 1d3 wounds.
Holy shit! So what the fuck does this look like when you kill yourself? What the fuck? We have never seen this before of you.
Yeah.
So we think you're literally dead.
Yeah.
And then what is it? What does this look like?
He essentially is praying to the god internally,
Scott.
and suddenly it's like
The Emperor.
the armor, which is almost part of his skin, just starts fusing back together. I need to roll
Crazy.
1d3.
Oh, there's an opportunity to take the armor off of you. I wanted to see a Steve Buscemi underneath the helmet.
Please roll high.
He's like Mandalorian. You do not see.
I mean, we did. It was kind of a disappointing scene, but
All right.
Only 2.
Yeah.
How dare you? Pedro Pascal is a saint.
Oh no, he's a good actor,
He was
and the character's
fantastic.
amazing. But that scene was kind of like I would have preferred it if
Oh.
we waited like another season.
Oh, I thought you were
before
just
it-
Yeah.
telling me it was Pedro
I agree with
Pascal.
that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
No,
Oh,
you
I
kidding
agree
me?
with that.
Prince Oberyn? You kidding me?
I know. That's why I didn't
Um,
know what was wrong with you. I just thought we just started hating each other.
It's not
now.
Keanu Reeves. Come on.
Okay.
Eric
So-
said, we can't be
We're good.
friends no more.
So
I'm still heavily wounded, I think, because I have 4 wounds left.
yeah. So
But-
we get the scene of her charging after taking this this plasma bolt literally to her chest. Probably like her entire left arm and side of the torso is gone as she charges single-handedly, wielding this massive chainsword and swings it one arm, slamming it against Trani's chest as it chips through his armor and throws him against a wall before she kind of begins to stagger a bit, looking around before composing herself and turning towards Luther.
Can I say
And-
something to her?
I go,
Yeah.
Boo. She dies.
I say, it appears your vision thought.
Well, there's always next time. Fortunately, my father's almost ready. Maybe when I'm back, when he brings me, we'll have that dance after all. Come,
Not
son.
if I can.
As she falls backwards.
She just says, not if I can.
I just keep thinking, next time there won't be a next time. You just gotta stand there and watch me burn.
I don't know what that song is.
So,
God!
so
If you don't
Actually-
mind,
Mhm.
I think this is it's kind of immaterial, but I like the idea of like, so Torrene is like pretty much fucking dead,
Yeah, I wanna
and
go
I'm
there.
gonna go over to him and get ready to like give him back, like put his pistol in his arms or whatever, like, because you're absolutely fucking dead 100%. I want you to die with your gun in your hand instead of the one that got flown out after getting eviscerated and thrown across the room.
yeah,
And that's when we realize
I
that
imagine
you're
that's
alive.
actually my plasma pistol too.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
smoking, right? As I go give it back to you.
The only asshole of our group that would be willing to run with such a thing like this took the greatest risk of all, man. Here you go, soldier.
As like I'm thinking you're dead, right? And it's like, I want you to die with your gun in your hand, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then what do you say like when you're actually?
Torrene just kind of, all of a sudden you're putting it in his hand and you just feel
Yeah.
the fingers wrap back around the gun. And he goes, "Oh, that really fucked me up." And he just kind of like, he's holding his gut where it's like eviscerated open.
Yeah.
And
I
you just kind of see this like,
Is it your fake guts? Aren't you the one with like fake?
No, I'm the fake.
No,
gut.
that's-
Oh,
I'm
he's
fake
the one
gut.
with the
I'm
fake
fake
guts,
gut
okay.
boy.
and you just kind of see like, Frank, what color would you say this would be?
But
The little act of faith that would be healing my torso.
I don't
Oh.
even
Is it
think
so
would be
overt?
color.
Yeah.
Blindingly white.
It's
Like-
it's just like suddenly you just kind of start seeing the wound like partially close, and he just kind of starts sitting up and he said, "Appreciate that. Didn't want to lose this at any point in time."
I kind of want to like, again, I was on the bike, so kind of like run over, spill it down, and then just be like, Gildo, move over. And then just kind of like drop down over there and immediately pull out
Yeah, I'm
like, the medical
stunned.
stuff that we have to start trying to treat you. Because I'm actually a trained medic. So
Yeah.
And Torrene puts his pistol towards Luther's head and says, "Don't fucking touch me. I'm fine."
I'll actually look, just that doesn't scare me, of course. I'll just look at you and say, stop being a fucking ass. You were a hero. Good job. Now let's get you patched up so you can do more to the glory of the Emperor.
He
I'll
actually
start
will
treating him.
push you away.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if it's going to be a pissing contest, I mean, I'm not going to back down on this one. I'll actually draw out the chainsword and put it down and say, you stand down, boy, or I'll put you down.
His gun still aimed straight at you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. and will start getting up slowly while his gun's aimed at you.
Gildo, well, they're having their.
I don't no. Hold on. Out of game. I don't get it.
He
Like, I
has a-
legitimately, I don't understand.
He has a thing
Character
where
reason.
That's how it is.
he
That's
doesn't
just
want
how
It's
it
his
is.
to
character.
heal him. You can still
Okay.
heal him though. This can
It's
be.
okay.
Oh, I
character.
forgot about that.
This can be a
He's just
character
like-
progression moment.
Oh,
Like you're
forgot
probably
about
gonna have to
that.
roll to convince him to
Okay.
let you heal him.
Go ahead, Frank. Yeah, that's fine.
So,
I'll take
Gildo,
that.
as they're going back and forth and arguing, you get a message over your personal Vox communication. Boisterous Queen to Rancorous Pawn. Do you read?
This is
Let's say rancorous pawn. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Oh, wait, Rancorous Rook.
Rancorous-
That was your name.
Rancorous Rook.
Grabbing my wrath.
Rancorous Rook 2 coming in.
Target is not Patriarch. We just had a run-in with it. It's deep in the bowels of the palace. Gather as much as you can. We might have to pull out and call Ordo Malice.
Malice.
Look
And
over
you would know
to-
Ordo Malice is.
I know, and I look over to like the corn psychopath, and it's like, yeah,
No, you told her it was bugs.
of course. That's what I thought it was.
Sorry about the intel. Understood.
I give her the time because I don't know like the spatial distance, but Gildo would.
Yeah. Yeah, immediately on the data slate, whoever's carrying it notices that the coordinates have been updated away from the shield generator. All units are to converge on this location. We'll give it one more good try before pulling back. And you can tell she's out of breath and possibly injured just from how she's speaking.
Yeah, of course.
Can we all hear this? Or is it
Well,
just you?
I'm not gonna
Just
say.
Gildo.
I'm not gonna ask her if she's okay and stuff like that. I feel like it's actually rude.
Yeah, and
I just say like,
you get a
yeah.
gun pointed at your head.
Yeah, we had our own run-in with it a little bit, but it sounds like it's all over the place. Anyways, we'll talk about it more when we catch up. Let's go.
and kind of
Yeah.
over and outy, like
New plan, team. Coordinates been updated.
and we go exactly commercial break right there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we will return after a short break. Get yourself a drink, stretch them legs, and we'll see you as we return. Maybe Torne will let somebody heal him. Find out what is going on with the sisters and what our decision is, whether we follow their orders or we do something else. Who knows? Find out. Alright everyone, welcome back to Unsung Fury, part 2 of episode 19, the finale of Unsung Fury. Take it away, Frank.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Trini's upset that I told him this was just a mini boss.
Yes, I am. And of course, he had to come at me.
You were the closest! And it was a she. 40k is equal opportunities. Come on. Get with the times.
I said you. I never said he.
Oh, well, you were also the closest. All right. So, Gildo, you just got a message directly to you.
Yeah. Not only do I get this direct message, I tell everybody about it, and I go over and pick up the Eviscerator. So I think that we have that picture of like,
All right. Looks like there's something deep below. We're supposed to meet up with the Inquisitor. And the Inquisitor needs help, and you know it's not going to be very good.
as I like get kind of like mad, and I'm gonna go look over that Eviscerator and pick it up and stir it up like Ash Evil Dead turning on a chainsaw kind of thing, right? Being like,
Yeah.
We're fighting chaos.
and
So you go over to the dead body and just like
pick up the chainsaw and go and like start it up like
Nice,
Ash
rev-
Evil
rev
Dead,
it up.
you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
like
all right, I'm into it.
this
Mind
giant
you.
chain, like this is literally like a chain sword, great sword.
Yeah, no, it is a chainsword that is about as tall as Gildo.
I
Yeah.
actually have a question. How would Gildo have responded to that incident where he put the gun in Torrene's hand thinking he was dead and the squeezing and everything else? Because Scott immediately took that over, so I didn't know what Gildo was going to
Oh, I kind of was stunned I was still alive. And,
Oh, okay.
Oh. Anyway, I thought I was never going to meet another Catachan.
because someone who like survives, you know, it's like the highest compliment I can give somebody.
Okay. And
Now,
cool.
Gildo, specifically for you, with the Eviscerator, since this is not a Adeptus Ministorum or Adeptus Sororitas Eviscerator, it is only AP 2.
Yeah,
But
okay.
all the other stats are the same.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't
Well,
know
there's
what-
your equivalent to a power sword almost, right?
Yeah.
maybe.
When he tells us the news, thinking about using my omens.
I don't know what that means.
Oh no, that.
But I do actually want to give a verbal response. When he kind of gives the news and goes over and grabs the Eviscerator.
Mhm.
I'll say, the Inquisitor is asking for aid elsewhere. But we did originally have the task to remove the generator. Would that not also aid the cause? We won't have our way carved for us like we did to come here, but I'm sure we could still resolve the problem. I'll look at the map to see where the coordinates are trying to take us.
Yeah, the coordinates are taking you
Below
not-
the
below the palace by about 2 or 3 dozen floors. The generator itself is far deeper within the hive itself.
So it's kind of on the way.
A little bit, yes.
Luther, not one to interfere with your judgment. When an Inquisitor asks to meet up, you answer.
I'll look down at the map again and look up at you and say, of course.
Did you leave your med pack on the ground, Luther?
Never took it out.
I thought you took it out to
I was
immediately.
going
start-
to, but you started putting a gun in my face.
Well,
Only reason why there's not a sword in yours anymore is because it was interrupted by Gildo.
yeah. I mean, Torrene would reach his hand out to kind of just be like, I'll take the Medicaid pack, but you're not touching me.
Cooties. And coronavirus.
Honestly, that's fine with me. I'll just take it out and toss it to you.
I'm
Watch you.
committing.
I want to watch you fail. Whoa. I want to watch you fail.
I'm committing a wrath to
You go right
reroll
ahead.
if I fail.
I want to watch you fail, baby. Beat that 10.
How well does that heal me at all, Frank?
You actually rip your wounds open worse. You lost your
No,
sphincter.
I rolled a 6.
You call out
Yeah,
for
you'll be
Nurgle
able
for
to
now.
restore your shock.
That's it?
Wounds takes time.
Okay. So all of my shock?
Yeah.
Unless you're a trained
That's
medic
good.
and maybe you have other abilities that affect your healing.
I mean, I can always go back to using my faith again, so it's fine.
It's true.
So, taking my shock back, I will accept on that roll and not have to re-roll, so I keep my wrath. Anyway, continue. He'd give the Medicaid pack back to Luther.
I like the idea that at some point Gildo punches Torne, so he's knocked out, and then he says, because the only way he's healing is if he's unconscious.
That's exactly what happens.
So how long does it take for him to do that medic check?
It probably takes him 10, 15 minutes to patch himself up.
That's a good thing. So there was a whole battlefield that took place around here, around this this psychopath. Is there anything like in the area? I don't necessarily mean like checking pockets or anything so grotesque as that. But is there anything kind of like littered on the grounds or anything in the area that looks like it may be of use to us, or anything that might hint at maybe a little bit more what we're dealing with? Because we are not idiots, we understand. But if there's anything else, investigation check I'll gladly roll. Or...
Yeah, roll a quick investigation check.
I'm gonna do something after you do.
Yeah. There's all the equipment from the Sororitas. There's no other equipment on Anita Balakarne herself, aside from her reloads for her bolt pistol and her bolt pistol. You do find actually something around her neck. Looks almost like a necklace. An item that you've read about in books. A Rosarius.
Sounds like the word rosary bead. So,
That's
what is
exactly.
a Rosarius?
You've heard about it. It's a shield of sorts, a personal shield, almost like the shield that you're supposed to take down, but meant for a person.
I will actually go and I'll first prod it with like
It's actually a bomb. You're dead.
Boom!
the mimic. I'll actually prod it at first to see if there's a what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, brain's not working. I'll actually prod it to see if like there's anything like symbols on the other side. If there's like a hidden symbol of corn or anything like that might be on there. So that would be
Those words.
show corruption.
Don't say it.
There is a symbol of corn on it, on the back.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put that shit
And
on.
it looks like it scratched out a Aquila on the back.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wait, scratched out a what?
The Aquila, the eagle. The
Gotcha.
two-headed eagle.
I will actually call Astara over and say, don't turn this thing over. I don't want to condemn you with what we've seen before. You know what this is, yes?
You look over at Astara. Something else has happened.
Astara?
Yeah, sorry, what's going on?
While Torne is healing, Astara use her. And I am not putting bonus weird wrath die, but I am committing a wrath to. I fail.
And depending on what happens, determines what Torne is going to do because he has another talent for this particular reason.
I succeed. 7.
All right.
Oh wait, no. There. Now I succeed.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I have unquestioning faith.
Roll 2d6 and then I'll tell you your prophetic vision.
Does a question of faith have to do with anything?
What shall I call them? Pathetic visions.
It
Maggie.
26.
helps me resist
It's practically
psychic
the same one as
powers.
last time.
Frank, did you hear me?
No, I was talking to Maggie.
Go ahead, Maggie. Take it.
Okay. Ostara is still floating in the air, and her eyes roll back. And from her view, kind of what I don't think any of you guys saw this actually. if you were down in the basement, or if you want to recall that moment when we were down in the basement of that bookstore or whatever that like store was, it basically looks like there's these threads, like weird energy that are coming off of her, and it's moments in time, and she's picking and prodding at them.
Okay. And
Freaky, but you know.
yeah. Prophetic vision wise.
I gain insight via visions of what is to be, and I'm granted 1 extra wrath at the beginning of the next scene. In addition, the GM, at the GM's discretion, specific clues regarding upcoming adventures or campaigns may be presented to the player when the power is used. The future is unstable and be fickle.
Yeah. So you all see as Astara is, doing her weird eye-rolly thing. You see, it looks like she's sweating. Astara, it's hot. All around you is fire and blood. You can see a figure that you've never seen before, but
Wait, isn't it the same
somehow
figure
recognize.
Or?
Different one. It's a woman in powered armor, black powered armor, with the Seal of Inquisition on her chest.
Oh.
Blood running down her face. Her hair burnt as she's breathing heavily, with Gildo kneeling next to her. Across the room, you see a horned figure. One single wing outstretched as it towers above. Its sharp claws
Is Final Fantasy.
scything in the air.
Fighting in the air?
Scything, like swinging.
Scything. And this was corn, you said?
Not corn, no.
What,
Not
who is
corn
in the air?
specifically.
Who is in the
It's-
like? What does the figure look like? A winged figure?
A large, probably 15-foot tall, single winged figure. On the figure, you can see its other wing is malformed, not fully grown.
Anything else? Does it look like Gildo is hurt as he's kneeling before her?
Definitely. And it looks like, well, you can't see the others.
I can't see Luther or Tornay at all.
No.
Um,
Because they're dead.
is the
Hashtag never happened.
is the woman in black armor alive, or is she laying down? Down?
She's pressed up against a wall, leaning up against it. Sitting down, clearly wounded.
And Gildo is like leaning over.
Yeah, and helping.
Is there anyone else alive around?
From what you can see, there are dozens of bodies of Sisters of Battle all around, strewed about. And you see a tear in the warp appear. Purple crackling lightning slowly growing as this beast grabs into the thin air and begins pulling it open. And you see a familiar figure walking from it as Anita takes a step out. Unarmed, however, as she appears slightly different. Her skin a reddish tone, horns slowly growing from her forehead. Her fingers now more claws as she looks up at the figure before you. And you hear her smiling, or you see her smiling and hear her say, "I knew you would bring me back, Father."
And this is where we were supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what's the perils of the warp? Because I'm wondering if I can use that. Because
No, it's not. It's paintings start to cry.
oh, okay.
Paintings start to cry. That's cool. 'Cause
Paintings
we're in
and
like a
statues
big ballroom.
Begin to cry blood.
But we're in like a big ballroom thing, so that's
I know.
cool.
It is cool, but it's not really anything.
So you see like a star just like her hands out, her legs out, she's extended, flying in the air, and she's like looking up, her eyes rolled back, and like paintings on the wall just start crying. That's cool. That's a cool
Crying
scene.
blood specifically.
I dated somebody with von Willebrand's. That's freaky shit.
I'm trying to figure out like if this vision is what is like if we go there, what happens? Or if we shouldn't go.
I mean, Gilda was kneeling before something. This is, I'm trying
And
to.
Gildo's
figure it out,
kneeling
too.
before someone who looks like they're like, and they're both really harmed, but they're both like badasses, and everyone else is.
What do you say? But only you see this, right?
But only I see this, yeah.
Yeah. There's no chance that I would glimpse it with my psychic mastery check there, Frank.
God, no.
Huh?
This is a power.
Yeah.
You know what, Luther?
I
You
got
can
the power.
Luther, pull into yourself. I'll let you roll a psychic mastery test of with 10 extra peril dice attached.
Oh, really?
Don't do that.
Oh, what's the cost?
10 extra
That's
peril
10,
dice.
That's peril dice. So
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. No.
It'll be whatever you roll on the 2d6 plus 100.
So
I can't fail then.
Nico Star comes back and she floats down to you. Fall. She kind of looks. Gildo says, she's so weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like when you say that, I think the desperation's in what you don't say, right? I'm saying
It's not always true. Stranger things happen.
It's not the. The champ. He kind of looks over at the other two. We would be you. She
saying,
looks back at you.
you saying you and Gilda would be the only ones alive?
She doesn't look at you, but she looks at Gildo. With a like knowing and a nod.
Hey, I'm gonna grab up that amulet, and I'll walk over, and I'll say, "Sounds like you have a task to do." And I'll hold out the amulet and say, "It'll keep you safe. Just don't look at it."
Don't look at it.
So you're giving that to Gildo
Mhm.
or Ostara? Gildo.
Gilda.
I would crush it in my hands as soon as I looked at it and saw the
Nice.
symbol on it.
Yeah.
But the symbol is face down.
Right. Well, I would hold it and be like, "What is this?" as I roll it over in my hand.
So just don't look at it. And he looks at it.
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna put something on me that I would absolutely look at it.
Yeah, y'all would have immediately taken corruption. Like no dice roll.
Yeah, of course.
Just corruption.
As that's
For
going
putting
on,
that on?
as you hold it in your hand, I look back at her and I go, and she like Star like holds out her arm completely extended and points at her kind of like oddly. She's like hovering off the ground, and Star says, she comes back.
Tornade just raises his plasma pistol and kind of just like taps it. like he raises it and just kind of like taps it on his chest, like worked once.
Where did the scene take place?
I say the look. It's where we're.
Yeah.
And we have one of two options. We go to the location.
I was wrong. It was actually by the shield generator. I forgot to mention that bit. My bad.
We have two options. We go and we aid this Inquisitor, as he is asked, and that probably will inevitably lead us to the shield generator anyways. Or we go straight to the shield generator.
What did the person want us to go help with? I know it wasn't where we were headed originally.
They didn't give specifics, I don't think.
No. But I think no. The only thing I would have pointed out that you would have known is that yeah, like we're clearly dealing with some sort of like demonic or chaotic thing. Granted, that doesn't really change much of the equation.
I know
But other
exactly
than that,
who we are fighting. We must get rid of it. This is the only way.
Yeah. So what are you guys gonna do?
are you asking me to choose between helping? So you're asking me to choose between helping an Inquisitor or helping the planet, or like
So
helping?
does it,
Or continuing on
confused
our
now.
original
Yeah.
mission.
just
Yeah.
so you can like reaffirm to us. The vision that I had was if we went to
The
the
generator.
generator first and not to the
Yes.
Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think we should. Yeah, okay, then. That interaction is more that I agree with Gildo that we should go with.
Listen. Julia saved my life. I owe it to her. One day I hope to return the favor.
I've seen
Right now,
the threads of time.
right now, this is the closest I've ever been to coming true on that promise. Whatever here is bad. And I know that shield generator's gotta go. Mark my words. I ain't leaving this planet until that's done.
Looks like a decision's made.
But first, we see the Inquisitor.
Bolt rifle, since there's one on the ground that I can grab. What is it used for what's
Just
different
reloads.
about it from bolt pistol, huh?
Bolt pistol is more powerful.
Yeah,
Can you see my character sheet? You can just copy
I,
it from my
I
character sheet.
cannot.
Yeah.
We can only see our
So better range, and you have rapid fire 2.
Yeah. Base
Which means
DR
that-
10, 1 ED, salvo 2. Oh, your pistol doesn't have salvo.
Pistol has salvo 1.
Okay, so you know what salvo is then. Okay,
I
cool.
don't.
Oh, it's you completely empty
Burn-
your gun.
You burn ammo, but you can roll 2 extra dice to your damage.
Yeah. So a bolt gun is, think of it as a hunting rifle version of your pistol.
Yep, no, I get that. What's the range on it?
40 instead of 20.
It doesn't seem like there's much of a difference. It's just salvo 2. Other than that, everything else is the
You
same.
also get
bolt
rapid
gun-
fire.
Oh, that's not fair. A bolt gun is what is the tactical standard or standard tactical marine gun.
And with rapid fire, you get plus
Oh.
2 bonus dice to every attack roll
Okay. Oh, okay. So I just add.
at close range.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
So
That's
at-
different.
Yeah, at the distance you'd be firing your bolt pistol, you would basically get 2 extra attack dice.
Okay, there's an actual legit change. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like statistically, I mean, I understand like in game wise, but I'm like mechanically, this is like almost the same exact thing.
Yeah, except it's better.
How many,
It's like a hand axe or a short sword. There's
how
no
many do I
difference.
get to spend that roll?
Which roll?
Roll that I did for the.
You were not able to. No, you could have spent 1. What are you trying to get out of it?
Extra roll, I think.
Go for it. Do you mean glory? Wait, do you mean wrath or glory?
It would be a wrath.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
I get a wrath die ready at the beginning of my next.
So, what is the party going to do then?
Oh, Gildo already said that more or less. His honor is at stake, and Gildo has never argued with anything we've wanted to do. He's gone along with it. This is more or less his statement to the party. It's time we pay back, and it's like, oh well, we owe you too. So fuck it, let's just go.
Yeah, we're gonna
So,
go.
Where are we going?
We're
to
gonna
the
go
Inquisitor.
to the Inquisitor.
Yeah, to the grid points that were marked, because that's where the
Yeah,
Inquisitor
she
is.
gave us the location.
Which
We'll
is,
go to
we
her.
said, deeper below the complex.
The options were go to her or go straight to the
shield
generator,
generator.
and not follow her direction. But my vision saw that if we went to the generator, Beth.
I think she's already dead, and this is just some sort of demon thing calling us to it to gobble us up.
It's possible.
Who knows?
Torne's gonna respond and say, I'm gonna head to the ship. You guys fill me in when you get back of where we're going.
Seriously? You don't accept any medical treatment, and then you're going to back out of the fight? Soldier, you are not going to back out of this fight.
I'm not backing out of any fight. Just find it unnecessary to meet with this person at the moment.
This is the person that
Why were
sent
you-
us to this world. This is our command.
The leader of the Inquisition. What?
Are you
Not-
seriously
well,
going to
not the
turn yellow
leader.
right now? You have all
He's
the
not
glory.
turning.
You have all
Yeah.
the glory of the Emperor.
You know that's
upon
super
you at this
sketch right now,
moment.
Torne. You know
Yeah.
that, right?
What are you doing, Torne? Who are
And-
you really? That's the
and-
question.
Like my grip tightens around the bolt rifle, but like I don't raise it yet. But you can see that there is ire.
I
Where's the
look at-
commander? It's to me, a commander is generally away from battle. So
You're not
why?
a commander.
Imperium commanders lead from the front, okay, and
commander
they
of the
die just like
sister-
everyone
This
else.
is this is info I just generally don't even know. So me as a player, I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yeah, a commander
An
of sister of
Inquisitor
battle.
is literally no. She's just an Inquisitor.
Oh, okay.
However, Inquisitors are the people who they go in. They're the trained fighters who fight the bad things.
You would know that. Your character would.
Okay, I
Most
personally don't know that, so I was.
Yeah.
basing
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Again,
understandable.
they're like they're what's his name from Half-Life. The G-Men. Like they are the spooky criminal, like not criminal, the spooky government person.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
fight aliens and demons.
Yeah, they're the Men in Black,
Yeah.
but the 40K version of it.
People generally.
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear his response.
Hold on.
Yeah, we want you to come with us. Like it's the whole group wants you to come with us.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So it's also this is literally what a commissar does. Someone turns yellow. This is literally like my duty.
Yeah, you just. It's clear. You shoot people. We
Yeah,
know.
no, we're in this together, and this is what we all have to go together.
Not to mention,
Okay.
gets openly annoyed with people that don't seem to understand the rank and structure of the Imperium.
I mean, you already saw I got annoyed with that. So, Tornale will just kind of follow. Then it'll just be. That was me not knowing.
Yeah. No.
No, that's fine.
It's fine.
I imagine in game I'll be like, lapse of judgments. We all have them. Kind of giving you like as you're like clearly back down from your choice, and just giving you like a knowing like.
But you got
good.
eviscerated by a giant ass sword. Like, don't rub it in.
Yeah. I figured we were literally like going back to command to be like, what? Why are we going to go talk to this person?
I just saw a magic item and tried to give it to Gildo. Like, cool magic item. He's like, no.
Which, by the way, said magic item would have made
Wait.
you invulnerable to armor piercing up to 4.
Just saying.
Yeah, well,
I saw a
that's
magic
fine.
item. We got
Can
smashed.
you
there.
can you even crush it or?
The Emperor protects.
Yeah, he can
Not
easily
this.
crush it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Emperor also provides
I
tech.
think a star kind of looks at
True.
everybody and says, "You decide what you want to do. You must go."
All right, let's go then.
Now, as you guys are walking towards the elevator shaft, we get a scene of just somewhere else in the world, a lone mechanicus figure walking with his giant axe, just shudder slightly as we see the crumpled remnants of the Zarius destroyed on the ground. Poor man Victus, that's what he was looking for.
Wait,
Was that
really?
the item that he was looking for?
It's one of the things, yeah.
What was Man Victus gonna do with that?
It's a Rosarius. It's personal shield. It's actually super powerful, super rare.
Oh.
I was
Alright.
gonna say if you had given it to Torne, you would have just put it on.
Ostara starts flying, and she's gonna put the neck.
When you fly, I imagine it being like Magneto style flying, like just the.
Yeah,
You know.
totally.
But yeah, it's absolutely hovering. Yeah.
But I mean, as opposed to like,
Oh yeah, not like
like
Superman
Rogue or
anything.
something.
Yeah.
Like Magneto, like
Totally.
like
Magneto.
straight
Yeah.
down. Yeah, so cool.
And every now and then you hear a scream from somebody. A few bolter rounds here and there.
Yeah.
Or come across a crazed house guard covered in blood, their face already peeled back, their eyes red with blood. And
Do
you simply have to.
recognize them?
No, they're just regular house guards that work for the Bellicarnes. And it takes you not very long to get to the central elevator shaft as you guys click elevator music for, honestly, 30 minutes of going down.
30 minutes?
It's a long way down.
It
Like I said,
takes
it's a few dozen floors.
30 minutes. I think I'll activate my. I will. Should I scry while we're going to?
Actually, if you go look, if you ask that or give some sort of indication that you're thinking about doing it, my
Yeah.
response would be perhaps you should conserve your energy. Things are only can only get worse from here.
Fair enough. She nods.
I will actually, because this is a ride, like an elevator ride. You were saying, right?
Yeah, it's a
Right.
long ride though, so everyone's going to be.
He's loading the map.
How nice.
Oh, I don't
Mass,
have a map.
Mass Effect scene.
Yeah.
How big is the elevator? Are we like shoulder to shoulder sort of a thing?
It's a relatively luxurious elevator.
Okay,
Think
cool.
of it as a. Have you ever been in a freight elevator before?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
can be pretty massive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big boy.
it's pretty big, but relatively nice.
Yeah.
for the game.
A soft-spoken voice can still be heard amongst everybody there. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I will say, like, kind of turned away from the other two, but not. But again, soft voice. So if they're listening, they'll easily hear it. I'd say to Stara, before we hit Planetside, when you were looking for the generator, I also had a vision.
He kind of has like a strange look and like a questioning, like, "Oh, really?" Right there.
Strapped to a chair, by the elbow and the wrist, collar around the neck, a dampener. An authoritative figure standing over you.
Puts her hand on the neck thing that she's wearing right now.
Hmm?
And then like gently. And just stares at you. You didn't ask her a question, you just stated.
Yep, I make a statement and just let it linger there for a moment. Does she respond?
I think we're just lingeringly looking at each other for a
What
moment.
the happens all the time.
Yeah.
After a bit of silence, I'll just kind of like I'll kind of nod and say, "I thought so," and then nothing
When
else.
you say "I thought so," she goes, "Did you think?"
I don't know. I didn't know before how it is that they. I hope you find peace.
I think I am finding it. And she kind of smiles, and it's a little creepy. Because she thinks about for the fact that she's sitting there, she doesn't hear weird stuff. Well, not weird stuff. She loves prayer, she loves the Emperor, but it was a little hindering to just hear prayers and all day. The silence and the music in the elevator is actually
Well, we'll let her get back to that silence.
But now she's just standing in the elevator floating and she's just smiling. With the like neck thing on it.
Yeah. And eventually you all reach the floor. The elevator itself slowly comes to a halt, and the large double door slides open. As you guys head through, you're immediately greeted with heat, as if you're walking into a forge. More so a blast furnace.
Yeah.
The air you can see moving. Almost as if, well, the air is also trying to escape.
This is hard.
Inside, you simply see red, yellow, as if flames are about. And you hear bolter fire and shouting, praises of the Emperor, and a roar of a beast deep inside.
As I step out of the elevator, because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
As I float out of the elevator.
I also
If I-
like how she's like Jesus floating.
if I
she's
float
kinda
up-
Oh,
like Magneto.
Magneto.
Exactly. Jesus.
Magneto.
Do I see anything
Jesus.
else?
You don't. Not at the moment. Whatever the commotion is at least another hallway or two down.
Okay. It's like we're in a hallway right now.
Yeah. And Asara, where you are is oddly familiar. As if you've been here before. And it clicks in your memory. This is where you visited when you scried the one time.
I turn back around and I look at I'll look at Luther and say, where I was their son.
Nod. And say, does that give us any familiarity? Any idea where we should go?
Yes. I went down the hall. I remember the path that I took last time. Does that
Yeah.
help us get there
Oh.
faster?
It does actually.
If
Hey.
your defenses are not fully up, perhaps you shouldn't be in front.
Torne's covering the back.
Um,
Coward.
Good choice.
No, of course.
I'm going to cast Force Field, and then she's gonna turn around and be like, "I'm fine."
Oh, sure. Well, once you like, like,
um,
never mind.
I will spend a Wrath to reroll. I just have to beat a DN5.
Yeah.
DN5.
Got it.
Just barely.
I get +2 resilience, and I may soak mortal wound. I would like.
Darn. All right.
And I will do that like right before we go.
And who is Astar? Are you on point?
I don't. If someone wants to be in front, they're fine. Otherwise, I will.
So we got Trani in the back. Who's on point? Who's on first?
You want to go first, Gildo?
I think Luther should go first.
Well, Gildo's like our like.
No,
thanks.
I will go first. I got the chainsword.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
You got the eviscerator.
I'm usually not in front, although I can tank.
I'll go
The
first. I
one
don't care.
time we
The-
went in front,
The
Maggie.
thing is, the thing
I
that
know,
I'm
the one
thinking
time I went in front.
is that have I received any other messages from the Inquisitor since then
Um,
Mm.
or anything?
not directly from her. If you have messaged her, she would have responded.
Okay,
Right,
so you
okay.
can ping. Okay.
You message her as we're
Um,
getting closer.
Yeah, I'd probably say we're off the elevator. Come to you. 'Cause they
Roger
would
that,
know-
Godsman. Follow the Cryptus skulls. They'll lead you deeper in. We're currently in a running battle.
Copy.
Mostly.
See you
And
soon.
basically,
Hang on
as soon
tight.
as... Yeah, you actually hear it in the Vox first as
Sure.
there's like explosion and a little bit of static and then poof, and the room shakes.
Oh yeah, like there's the delayed because of the distance and stuff. I love it. Yeah. Or like a yeah.
Radio
just
waves
thinking
faster than
some
sound
fucking.
waves.
Yeah.
I'm thinking in big Minds of Moria vibes.
I totally know what you're
Okay.
talking about, Eric. That's you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cool. So, you all head further in. And just like she said, It's a cryptus or a crypt. And you notice the walls are no longer the concrete or steel that you were walking through before, nor is the floor, but simply skulls and bones. Painted a dark red, sometimes brown, the further you get in. The wall would denote simply from experience, blood, aged. And the further you get in, the more bones and freshness of ichor, gore, and blood appears. Until finally you come across bodies, soldiers from either the Free People or the Junta. And the further you wander through this maze.
Hey, you be careful your phrasing there, sir.
Wander through this maze.
Hey,
What?
we know what that word means.
Wander
Back
through
off.
this maze?
You choose a different word there, sir.
As you meander through this maze.
No, different word, sir.
What's wrong with maze?
As you linger through this labyrinth.
There we go. Thank you. I'll take that one.
What's wrong with maze? You come across the charred corpses of Sisters of Battle and their armor,
Oh, that sucks.
as well as inquisitorial personnel. Gildo, some of them you recognize in passing. They're people that you've met before but haven't exactly worked with or known long.
Aw.
Ostara says prayers as we're walking through. Like, she says like a very long one as we're all walking through all of this when we first step in. She like continues it softly. She's walking behind, probably behind Gildo, actually.
Yeah. And
For once,
eventually
prayer on her own.
you come across this large, opened, cavernous area. The walls burnt and pitch black with soot, as you notice this creature, which seems slightly smaller than in your vision, as if it's still not fully grown as of yet. Its horns still glistening with blood as it breathes fire out towards who you immediately recognize as the woman you saw before. However, only partially injured, her face scarred with burn marks. She appears to be the last of her retinue left, and she is pulling back, a clear wound on her side, torn through her power armor.
I say behind Gildo as going down this corridor.
Did you see if we had a chance?
I need a pep talk.
I saw.
All right, that's what I want to hear.
We cannot let the. Nothing.
Something.
Whatever it goes.
Here's a thing I just realized then.
Mhm.
A portal probably takes energy to open, right?
Yeah,
It would probably take the same amount of energy as the shield generator.
Yeah.
possibly, yeah.
In the one
Okay.
we could have gone to. But
Yeah, it's there. He would be ripping something in Immaterium, so.
Okay. I don't think Gilda would put that together.
I don't think
But
I would.
but I mention it, and hearing that, maybe someone else would like pick up on what that means, or maybe you all already are.
What do you say?
steps
What do you
ahead.
say exactly after I say that to you?
I mean, I'm just saying thanks for the,
Thanks for the pep talk. I guess that guess it means it's all more important that we find this Inquisitor, know what we're doing. Help them out.
because right, so like in other words, all I know is that we have to get this Inquisitor who can tell us the next step, because I don't know what the next step is.
Okay.
Like in my head, like that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
When really the next
When you
step
say
is
that.
really like the power generator.
Yeah, when you say
Is
that,
key.
Shara says. Whatever we can.
Why would they? Yeah, because of the shields. Why else would they need? Oh, it's using it for the portal.
And like,
Yeah. All right, we gotta hurry.
and we gotta find the Inquisitor.
Directly in front of you.
I mean, like the thing that they're running from.
Directly in front of you.
Yeah, everything's right in front of us right now as we just walked into this.
Gildo was asleep during this walk. It's fine.
No, okay. I thought, okay, never mind. I thought you
No,
were
it's-
describing.
We
that wasn't
basically
the
walked
Inquisitor.
down the hallway and then it opened up and now we see the girl. I saw the girl that I saw in my vision and
Yeah.
I'm like, it's her, the girl that I saw. And then you're like, oh, we need to find her.
Are
See,
you talking about?
oh, no,
is she
I got
laying on
the
ground,
picture.
or-
No. So in my head, I thought she was like on the other side of like we couldn't get to her yet. Not like directly in front of you, but like in the
Oh, I
background,
see.
like running from this thing, and like we had ways to go.
No, she's
Like
she's
we-
running away from it. The thing is in this cavern.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like like for some reason when I was thinking of the cavern, it's like they're on the other side of the cavern, and there's like a big, huge like gulf between us. Like that's
Yeah.
what it had in my head. So I was like,
There
we
may
have to
be
figure out a way to
50
work.
feet in total.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So it's way more close. Well, that sounds. I'm dumb then. Okay.
No, you're fine.
Like
No, it's fine.
It's
I'm
hard
explaining
when
the
you're
picture.
like trying to describe stuff, so you're.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit. And I guess I don't say anything, and I rush forward.
Yeah. And
Caps
you
lock
immediately.
A key. Ah!
But do you have chicken?
Ha! Roar.
Yeah. Gildo, you immediately hear both through
Sorry,
your box and through your ear as she's talking over open comm, saying, "Oh, glad of you to join me, Rook." As she's like firing her bolt gun, and immediately, as she's slightly distracted by your screaming, you see the demon just swat his hand against her, and you see her just go flying
You
off
just
and
bitch
hit the wall.
slapped her.
Yeah.
It'll keep you hoe in line.
Well.
Scott.
Okay.
Are
Well,
we in
shit.
initiative?
No.
Do we?
And yeah.
You guys want to reset initiative, or
Um.
because Gildo's charging, so he is going first.
Here's the thing.
I'm
Gilda.
charging him with the eviscerator. I'm just
I
doing
have
it.
a thing that I have never used before that will benefit everyone greatly
Okay. Tell
Don't
me.
it works.
don't use it then.
if it works.
Simple solution. Don't use it.
If it works.
So I would
Don't
like
use
to
it.
use Omens of Doom.
Hmm.
I'm gonna spend-
This sounds pleasant.
It's super pleasant.
I would listen to that album.
For us, not for them.
Omens of Doom, dude. I would listen to that.
I'm going to spend a wrath to reroll if
Mhm.
I have to get the target's defense. That just,
You guys have no glory.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've
excuse
not
me.
Rolled much glory.
Let me know if I need to reroll.
I earned our only glory.
You spent
want my
our only
complications,
glory is what
though.
you
No.
mean.
Hey, speaking of which.
glory.
Do I need? It's not a glory. It goes to me.
Oh.
Is it a reroll?
All right, it's a wrath.
Do I need to reroll?
No. Because exactly, Omens of Doom basically
Why are you
gives
giving
everyone
me
a
a
bonus. I thought you were under wrath.
No, I already added it.
Oh,
Okay. So if I don't need to reroll, then how much do I get to spend there?
I'd say you're probably right on the dot.
For 2 or 1?
Well, why not use one of your 4 wrath to get a higher score? Because you can't get perils because you already scored something in there.
Is that true?
Sure,
yeah,
you
it
could
doesn't.
reroll
It
your-
it only rerolls failures. It doesn't reroll what you already got.
Oh. Yeah, let's do it. Cause that'll give bonuses to this, and this
You
is
would reroll
super,
5,
super
6 dice?
badass. Okay,
Yeah, see, that sounds pretty good.
So
Okay.
now it's an 11.
sweet. So
Yeah.
an 11.
Oh wait, it's
And-
against his defense.
How much extra do I have?
You
Against
would be able
defense,
to.
so he would tell you.
Yeah, you can shift one of those.
I can only
Well,
shift 1.
You can only shift one.
Okay.
That's how hard this thing is.
Um. basically how this works is once this power is activated, the psyker targets one enemy with a psychic ranged attack. If hit, the target immediately becomes vulnerable, and vulnerability is, I will read it to you, vulnerability reduces their defense, and they also become hindered, and hindered suffers a DN penalty to all tests.
See
They
defense.
It's sustained. I'm mentally drained,
Oh, that's neat.
and I suffer 1 shock for every minute I sustain.
All right. So his defense is down by 2.
And I'm spending the I'm shifting to increase that defense, reducing it by 2.
Reducing it by 2 instead of 1. Perfect. All right. It's through. All right.
And it
Cool.
takes my full action. Yay.
So I'm going to put you at the bottom of the turn order.
Yeah, so so Astara just kind of like puts her hands out and then claps them together, and you just see this boom of like this energy shoot from her into whatever the cave.
Now, saying it's Gildo first. Who is going second, Luther or Tarane?
I
Because
would
Tarane's
think-
in the back.
Yeah, I would think Luther would go second in this case because Tarane's in the back.
All
Yeah,
right.
because I'm still like running up there. Like I'm not actually like doing the charge action, I think, or maybe I don't know. I am, but you're faster, and so then you would go before I do then. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Gildo, you are charging a nope, not fully grown yet. A 12-foot tall demon. One that you've seen the type before. It's not a bloodletter, of course. Too tall for that. It's not a blood master. Still too tall for that. It's a bloodthirster. Or at least a small one. One that's not fully grown yet. One of the heralds of Khorne, you could say.
Kill it with fire. Okay,
It
maybe not
is-
fire, but kill it.
A greater demon of Khorne. And it has just smacked your Inquisitor away as if she was but an ant. Roll
He
your attack.
revs up the chainsaw.
Oh, runs out of.
What's
runs
the
out of-
charge? The charge action gives you bonuses, right?
It does, yes.
Mhm. And you have enough
All right.
distance, you can charge for sure.
Go for it, Gildo.
+2 chance to hit, -2 AC, right?
Mostly because I
No.
might kill you next
Oh,
round.
Tyler's doing it.
No, it's your turn.
You go
Yeah.
first. You go, then
I
Tyler.
go. No,
and
I go.
Scott,
Then
then-
Luther, then me.
Well, I was
Oh,
hoping the plasma shot would.
In that case, Tarane.
I was
Gildo,
hoping to
Luther.
plasma
Oh, you
shot
want
would
me to
win.
shoot him first?
Yeah, I mean you're gonna do a plasma shot to it.
Yeah. Am I in range?
Yes, it's 50
Okay.
feet.
Okay. Wrath 3 roll if I need it.
Can you rapid fire it? No.
No, not a plasma.
Technically, I just looked it up in the guide. It says there's salvo 1. I could rapid fire it.
No, salvo is not rapid fire. It adds to your
This
dice.
is- Now I
Oh.
can't wait. I cannot wait for you to draw a complication and it blow up and kill you.
All right.
I would
well.
love that.
I just look at his steaming
Oh!
corpse.
Oh
Oh.
my god!
Oh, what is this? Glory and critical, and how much can I
Oh,
shift?
snap.
You can shift
hit?
only one.
Okay, so you hit.
Oh wait. Yeah, you can. Shit.
He has the wrath. You could roll those other 3. That you could burn your wrath right now,
Why not? I'll burn my wrath.
or you could keep it.
Yeah.
And for additional stuff.
Well, you might
Um,
need that wrath for getting.
I might need it for an
soaked.
actual
You
fail.
need the wrath to
Yeah.
reroll soaking if it comes to it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You have no wounds. You're gonna die anyway. So like I don't know.
I technically. So I actually have.
Winning on offense isn't a bad idea for you.
I have a question for wounds, real quick, because it
Okay.
says 4 is light wounded and 5 is that's how much is missing, right? That makes you.
Oh, that's a
lightly wounded
great
versus
question.
Heavy wound, because
No, I assumed it was literal.
no, because heavy wounded says 5, so that would mean I'd have 5 wounds left. I'd be heavily wounded, whereas light is 4, so it's what's missing. So therefore, I'm not even lightly wounded. I'm up to 4 in my wounds right now.
Wait, is
So
your
I'm-
light wound? Is your light wound 4?
But that's the thing. Why would heavy wound be 5 and light wound be 4?
It's
It has to
damage
be what's-
taken.
Yeah, it's damage taken.
It's basically
So-
you're supposed to count up instead of down.
So
Yeah. So I'm not even wounded right now, lightly or heavy.
if
I'm
you've
just
taken
above
4
it.
points of damage, then you're lightly wounded.
I have taken 3
Oh,
because I
well,
healed
then
up.
that's the answer. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Then
yeah.
you're not even lightly wounded yet.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use that wrath and hope I get another wrath later on.
What
I
a
still have
god.
1 wrath.
Yeah.
So why not make this more brutal?
That's not a bad
Oh!
idea.
Yeah, got another one. Can I shift that?
No, that doesn't. You can't shift that one.
Why?
Why can't he shift
That's your
the one-
damage.
No, that's not my damage.
Oh, that's
No, it's
oh.
a reroll. He re-rolled those 3 dice that he
Yes,
rolled.
he
got
and he got
another
another
6.
6. So he wants to.
Sorry, I looked at it,
Yeah.
saw a bolt pistol, and I was like, no, that's your damage. Then I noticed there was no damage on it. Yeah, you can shift that.
So how many did I shift?
You shifted 2.
Okay. Both of those are going to my plasma, by the way.
Mhm.
Full damage,
Here
then
comes
roll
the bolt,
critical. Didn't
and
roll the dice.
and that one is plasma.
Okay.
And then here's my critical.
And this plasma. Let me get my
Unspeakable
calculator.
carnage.
You gave him a plasma. You gave him a plasma.
I got unspeakable carnage again.
He was supposed to be a temporary character.
I got unspeakable carnage again.
You know what? That's fine, because I'm fine. Go for it. Roll it.
Can I use that glory from my critical?
Yes, you fucking sure.
It's up to you.
Yep.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
So 1d3 plus 4 again.
So first off, the bolt pistol hits it.
Mhm.
Probably doesn't do anything.
Nothing at all. No.
Yeah.
A
okay.
17 does nothing?
No,
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 that's-
10.
that's
That's the
the
plasma.
that's the bolt pistol is 10, which does
The
nothing.
bolt pistol's 10.
Right.
That probably doesn't.
Boop, 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 boop.
Like, I don't think I
It
can.
Wait.
did 1 point of shock.
So here's my honest
remember,
question.
Damage,
Yeah.
damage is always 1 point of shock, though.
No, only if it matches the resilience.
So
Oh, it didn't even. Okay, gotcha.
yeah. Well, luckily I got a +2 on my plasma damage, so that became
And it's
17
minus
minus
3,
with the-
so
with
that's
the
even
minus 3.
more juicy.
So here comes the 1d3 plus 4.
Hey, hey, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Yes.
That
I
thing
like
has
this.
at least be lightly wounded now.
That's pretty sweet, dude.
Even if it soaks all of it, it has to be lightly wounded.
So I imagine Torne like steps up just with her
I don't
range,
know.
just kind of like
I'm making that up.
just
Go
pissed, and just shoots his bolt pistol and times it just right so that when the bolt hits, the plasma's gonna come in behind it through where the bolt just landed. And
Yeah.
so it's like
so good.
So the
So-
bolt hits and the plasma goes right through where the bolt
Nice.
kind of like bounced off
Yeah.
and just
Oh.
eviscerates through that already somewhat opened up because the bolt hit.
Yeah.
Big
Like
oof, that
like
hurt.
it turns like it has to like turn because it gets shot and you're like the fuck? And then,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, that fuck. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually hurt.
And Tornade just says, "Eat plasma, bitch."
Of course, Torne says that.
I just love the fact that Tornate destroyed this thing over here after getting his ass whipped by it. And then Tornate's again fucking up a demon like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to die, clearly. 'cause, you know, but
He's literally right on the edge of range, so he's 20 meters away from wherever this thing is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tarane.
yeah, 20 meters isn't far for a demon.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, if I was playing a rogue, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's pretty much completely ignoring Gildo. It doesn't even notice him as he's like charging forward. And as Tarane
Okay.
shouts, "Take it, bitch!" or whatever he shout at, you just hear the creature roar,
Yeah.
"You dare!" and begin to stomp closer.
excuse
toward-
me, he was just super badass. You can't discredit that with a. You can't do that. Give him some justice.
No. You're right, I will. It will attack him. That's the
Remember
justice. He's drawing aggro. The tank
that
isn't
you're
in
going to
yet.
suffer penalty every time you do.
Who, me?
Oh wait, with that vulnerability and stuff, did he take more mortal wounds or whatnot from my damage because of Maggie's stuff?
Yeah, Maggie's
Vulnerability is lower defense.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay,
hit
so
him
Bowman-
because his
Bowman
defense was
lowers.
lower.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. You hit him because of that.
For sure.
That means
Yeah,
his defense
so-
must be really high.
Gildo, making athletics for me.
What does this look like? Why am I making athletics?
Making athletics, and let's find out.
Okay.
Yep,
I would
any
like.
test
I always
he
like
does,
to
he has
know
his
what the
DM is
leading
lower.
instigating action to my rolls are.
You dare. This thing's stopping towards you. Cool.
Okay.
You're able to dive down as it, almost like a dragon, opens its maw and spits hellfire out towards Tirane.
Is it a psychic thing?
No, it's a corn demon thing.
Okay.
That looks like a critical.
It is a critical.
Is.
Yeah.
However, I don't get criticals.
And he gets a
And because you dared to anger me,
You should
I'm
not
gonna
have spent the
activate-
glory.
I'm going to activate my rune,
Should have spent the glory. to
which
double
is
action.
Deathbringer. A Bloodthirster may spend a rune to activate this ability until the end of its turn. All exalted icons shifted to damage proceeds 2 extra damage dice.
So that
Rip.
gets shifted. So
So
That's
I'm
not
going to
exalted, though. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm not going to activate that. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh, that means you have 3 runes.
All right, so this would kill me. I'm gonna try to soak and commit a wrath to reroll.
Wait, a 13. Oh, right, because you're wounded.
I have
you have to commit a wrath
I have
to soak in the
resilience.
first place for something when it's not your turn or you already acted.
You would have to seize initiative.
so I can't soak right now.
Not until it's your turn.
No,
What about
closer.
my faith then?
Not until it's your turn. If you had the glory, you could seize initiative.
So I'm dead then.
Oh wait, no, you're soaking damage. Yeah, you can soak damage.
Yeah, that's what I was
On
asking.
oh,
but
no.
I can't use a wrath for it.
You can't use a wrath for it now,
Okay.
Oh, I
but you
thought.
can roll to soak it.
What does
thought you
wrath and soaking do? Hold on, let me look it up now. I could have
Wrath,
sworn
you
there was
can
something
spend
about
a
it.
wrath. Yeah,
You
can.
restore shock. You spend a wrath
Yeah.
just to restore
I
one
think
d3.
you can
Oh,
do
you so
that.
You
Yeah, so-
restore
so-
it.
you restore shock using wrath. That's
Oh.
different than soaking.
But yeah, I think that
Mhm.
takes an action for you to
Sorry.
do though. I think
It
if you
does.
spend an action,
It's once
to
per
do
round
that.
and counts as an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember,
So
you can
if I
do
roll-
multiple. You can do multiple actions in a turn.
You
It just takes
take
+2 to the
negatives.
difficulty number.
It's just not his
by the
turn
way.
yet. Yeah.
Okay. So
The
I
problem
just
is-
need to roll well on soak then.
Yes. May the force be with you.
Yes!
Nice, dude.
Fucking
I
solid.
soak it all.
Fucking solid.
Gildo, your turn.
So you just take 2 soak damage, or sorry,
do you
6
do
soak
this?
damage then. Nice.
I take 5.
How are you this
Plus-
good at role
plus
playing
1.
games?
Well, that is the +1. I only had the soak 4. There was only 4 damage.
Oh,
resilience.
my apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ooh,
All right.
thank God.
So I charge. I charge with the eviscerator going. It is unwieldy.
Yes.
However, I'm
It is.
charging, so
You're
I
like
get
dragging
net.
it.
It
on the
cancels
ground.
out basically.
No, it's actually still net -1. I will spend a wrath die to reroll.
Go for it.
Yes, critical.
I will reroll.
It hit,
I got a 10.
right?
Okay.
And it's a critical.
You can shift 1, 2, 3, 4. You
How
can
do I
shift 1.
I can shift 1. I will shift 1 to damage. Let me see what my critical is. This trash critical out of my face. Ferocious Rending. Suffers 1d3 plus wounds and is vulnerable to. Severity plus 1 wound.
God damn. That takes his defense down to 4. How
I'm
fortunate.
going
I can
to,
actually hit him now.
I'm actually not going to spend the glory for the additional wound. I'm going to save the glory for the group so someone can seize initiative and capitalize on its vulnerability.
Nah, that's lame.
Hear that, team?
You want me to do that?
Okay,
or
how
you
much-
wanna-
Well, no, you've already acted.
gone in the round.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm the only one that's left.
Yeah, but roll your damage.
I do have to roll my damage now. So I'm shifting 1. You said I can shift 2, right?
Yeah. No, 1.
My total was 10. It was probably like 7 or 8. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, I shift 1, so that means I get 1 bonus die damage mod. Charging doesn't give me an additional bonus damage. But this is AP minus.
Oh, wait, I lied. You can shift too. I literally just had to recount. Because his AC, his defense is 6.
Demod is what you do when something's brutal, right?
Mhm.
You add 1 to the result. Okay, so I have to add that to the 1 to the demod.
1 for every shifted dice.
Yeah.
Oh, so if my
you can
if I'm,
put 2
so I do
there.
demod 2 to do that
Mhm.
then.
Correct.
And then brutal is extra for shifted dice. It's +1 damage, I think. So just remember that you did 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did I fuck up the damage?
Yeah, so you technically would do 16 damage because you get +1. Or do you mean
No.
1 die?
No.
She gets +2. So technically you have
gets
17. Oh,
17
fuck you.
And
damn it.
minus 2 AP.
Minus.
Yeah, and that's -2 AP.
So it's like 19 damage.
Also, to be clear, Gildo, Frank just said the creature's AC was 6, so I don't know why you re-rolled your attack roll. It would have hit. You could have saved that.
So you get
round.
more exalted dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get
Yeah.
it gets you more
Because
benefits.
I will
it's
So,
the
like-
same thing. It's the same
gotcha.
reason I did it.
yeah, I
It's
will
the same
spend a
reason
wrath
I
for
did
that.
it as well,
Again,
so that I
look,
can have more effect.
So when I and also this is
I
maybe
like
just
this.
because like this is just how I play games. I'm always more like, defense sounds good, but you know what's better than defense? Killing faster.
Offense.
And so
Yeah.
offense.
Oh, in Wrath and
And so
Glory, it's
I-
all about killing
It depends
fast.
on your obviously my character is more of a not an offensive.
I mean, that's how Patriots win so many Super Bowls.
And
Is they
keep
just
in
have Tom
mind-
Brady.
This is not the end
true.
of it.
Every time
I-
they won the Super Bowl, they had a top
Yeah,
So this
roll
is-
your 1d3.
Because then I add 1 to both of those 3s, right? And so that's
I'll
why
tell
it
you
becomes a
this.
17, and then I roll a
You should
D3
use
for
your
the wins.
glory.
Use the glory for what?
No,
I'll tell
he's
you
just
you
trying to
should use the
he's
glory.
trying to convince you to not let.
No, I would rather have
behind
Luther
somebody.
get the kill.
No,
Luther will-
no. Okay.
No, because there's a reason for it.
Roll your 1d3.
The probability. Okay, so the probability, that means it's like a 50-50 chance of me killing you.
Roll your 1d. God
But-
damn it.
Oh my god. Look at that. It's a 3. I'm just kidding, it's a 1.
No, wait. You re-rolled that. You rolled d3. Not 1d3.
That's the
That's
same
what
thing.
it's the same
It's the
thing,
same
dude.
thing.
Yeah,
is it?
slash RD3 is the same thing.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I've always just done it. 1d3. No, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Slash R space D3.
Do you roll a 1, 2? It's fucked.
There
I
you
mean, if
go.
you rolled a 1 too, that would have been cursed as shit.
Yeah.
but yeah.
I
Oh,
always roll
I didn't know that. I've always done number first.
You know what? I mean, it's not that you're
You-
supposed to. It just works the same way.
Yeah. If it's a 1, then it just automatically. But if you
All right.
you do 2d3.
Okay,
No,
so anyways, so I do 1
The
additional.
target
one.
has 1 wound left.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's,
Oh, you
it's-
should have. You
don't
literally
use the
should have used
glory.
the glory. You would have killed it.
That's fine.
My turn.
I didn't know that at the time.
No, it's not
No.
your turn.
No, it's not your turn.
Fuck you.
I would let somebody else steal the moment, but
No, it's
unfortunately,
fine.
somebody else has
So
already
like
gone.
I'm literally to get the picture in the head right now is that Tyler has been completely eviscerated with fire. I come behind it as the fire peters out as a chainsaw goes through it, right? As this eviscerator blade goes right through this thing's gut, and it's like "Rah!" It's like screaming, like breathing fire up to the sky, and that's when you're just gonna shoot this thing like Legolas in the cave troll, like under the throat. Like you better do that. Or I mean, you can describe your success however you want. But like in the moment, it's like I got it.
All right,
It's
Luther.
like,
Yeah. Commit your
Finish
wrath.
it!
You
Commit your
literally-
wrath.
Commit your wrath
Commit
to
your wrath.
roll, but
You
obviously
literally
the roll
just
is-
need to hit
the
it.
roll, the success roll is very low.
If you don't hit it,
You
it
just
will
have to
kill
hit a
Gilda.
four.
Yeah,
So I was
so I'm
thinking about
like doing
making
it.
I already had the rules pulled up for an interactive attack, so I can make an intimidation to reduce its
No, that will be your
AC.
full
Should I,
attack.
should I
Its
do that?
defense is already -2. The
Yeah.
only brings it down
I
again.
I know. So I am of
Eric
course
and I
committing the
think
wrath
we've lowered its defense.
for the reroll, of course, because I'm going to roll shitty. I'm going to use the bolt rifle. How far from it am I, Frank?
The amount of criticals
Bolt
and
gun.
fumbles we get, it's been incredible.
You're all
I'm calling it a rifle because you say gun, but a pistol is also a gun. Rifle distinguishes
the
them.
literal name is bolt gun.
Yeah, it's wrong. Wrong name.
It is
This
about
is my
20
rifle.
meters.
This is my gun.
Bolt
Huh?
was my father.
Because you're next to Trane, basically.
So 20
So it's about
meters?
20 yeah,
Cool.
20
So I
meters.
want to use rapid fire, which gives me the ABD.
So +2.
Yep, which I have on there, and I've committed wrath. So I'm going to do it.
and all ones.
Succeeded. But a complication.
Complication.
Roll damage first,
Okay.
because you kill it, no matter what damage. Oh, wait, you might
How
not.
much do I shift to damage?
You should
What's the
shift all of
resilience?
those. You should shift
Yeah.
2 of those,
Yeah.
Shift 2 to
Shift it
damage?
off for
Okay.
damage.
and also you should use a wrath.
Yeah, you should re-roll. You should.
Can I-
Resilience is 12.
Oh, should I reroll? Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
No, you don't. Just reroll damage.
That gives me no more extra.
No more.
Shifts to it, does it? Okay.
What I was saying is use a wrath for damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, that's my
what I
fault.
meant. Oh,
That's
sorry,
my
sorry,
fault.
sorry. That's what I meant then.
That's what
they
I
were
meant.
suggesting.
I didn't know you could use the wrath and damage. I forgot.
I think it's glory, but I don't remember.
So
Oh yeah, it is
11.
damage. 11. Ooh, guilty. You should have
you
used
can't
it.
use it for damage.
It's all good.
Yeah, the
My character's not
bolt
a combat
rounds-
character, so.
Yeah, the bolt rounds bounce off of it.
Oh
No,
my
bounce off. They
God.
just don't do damage worth noting.
All right.
Come on,
It-
Frank.
Yeah, it literally has
Before
the
it can
eviscerator
act,
in
can
its
I
gut.
use my wrath to take initiative?
Only
It's a glory. on this.
Glory.
Yeah.
Glory.
and it's going to swing.
It had to be me because I was the only one with that hasn't acted yet this turn.
Cyclops.
Otherwise, I would gladly have let one of you guys do it. You're all combat people. I'm the scary one.
Fine.
Oh, rest in peace, Gildo.
Well, Gildo, no.
No.
Torne.
That was at Gildo.
I'm sorry, my friend.
What?
Now that I know that you're targeting me, I can interrupt you.
Dare you? How dare you?
Oh,
Oh, you have parry,
counterattack.
don't you?
I have counterattack.
Ooh,
Yes!
All right, go for it.
This is what I've been saving up for like literally three rounds for.
And you get to use
Yes.
it. It's
I
perfect.
do get to use it in the game.
And the finale and the
I can
last
share
five.
it. Yeah. This thing doesn't let me copy and paste anything, but yeah, I have Counter Strike. So I can
Source?
Counter Strike. It is the source. I take a free action to activate Counter Strike. It ruins my next move action, but for one or up to 2 times in the turn, I can make a melee attack. Make an attack, melee attack against me. This is a free action. I can't use actions or options or talents to improve this. But like my charge doesn't happen, so I'm rolling still at -2.
I don't think you can charge. You're in melee.
Or you can't use wrath either.
Or all out attack would be an
Yeah.
obvious one, but so I have to roll this at straight, which means I'm rolling it at -2 damage. So I'm actually attack bonus -2.
Mhm.
I have no glory to adjust this thing.
Wait, you have 2 glory.
Why do I have 2 glory? I'd spent.
yeah,
just
we
spent one.
used the glory.
Yeah, we have no glory.
Oh, glory. I was thinking
He was
wrath.
talking
for
wrath.
reroll.
I am spending a wrath for the possibility for re-rolling. But yeah, I was looking at it for extra dice.
It's
but
not spent unless you actually.
That's a good point. Sorry. So
Go for it.
I'm optioning it.
Roll your
You're
damage.
committing it.
Committed.
Committing wrath.
You hit with the
Complication.
4.
You can reroll. You do hit it, but
Oh, what was my complication?
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
you
to
need to
re-roll
draw
just for the extra bonuses for the flare.
like I said, you can totally reroll. You can't use wrath for anything else, really. So
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
the end.
Then
Do it.
I will.
Just do
Yes,
it.
I will
Yeah.
do it.
Sorry.
Okay. But I do get a complication.
you
What
can
was-
shift.
God,
I
what
will.
was
I
your
will shift it.
complication?
Let me see the complication. Weapons
My-
out of ammo, which
No,
doesn't
that was
work.
that was mine. Weapon out of
Yeah.
ammo. I just pick up a new gun. It's out of ammo. I throw it down.
Well, you
Get my own
literally just
inconvenient-
emptied
The
it.
chain gets
Inconvenient
stuck.
target.
Target.
Something has gone very wrong with this attack. This attack strikes a target that's very inconvenient for the current situation, such as an explosive fuel source or flammable materials, or controls to the extent of a bridge across a chasm.
Oh boy.
I mean, roll your damage. We'll find out what you hit later.
It makes sense to me.
Oh god.
So I get no bonus damage.
No, you get.
Oh, I got 1. I'm
Yeah,
shifting
you
1.
can shift
Yeah.
one.
I shift 1.
I remember.
So 1 demon.
I'm pretty sure this is brutal.
5. It is
Fuck.
brutal.
Okay,
Ooh.
that does it.
So I kind of like.
Tell me
I
how
think
you do
this. Well, I think the attack isn't more of like I pull it out and strike it again. It's that my chain blade, my eviscerator, is still inside the creature. It hasn't left. As I just like rear it even more as it turns to strike me. I cut it up and I finally get that like clunk like sound of actually hitting something worth killing a demon over, like its heart or something, right? As it like cuts through it, and we just hear the and like it just immediately goes lump or like limp, like right like, on the blade as it's like stuck in it.
Yeah. Awesome,
Yeah,
I love it.
So it's just like roaring, right? As like there's a chainsaw going, and it's just like, and like it just goes down.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I'm glad you
And-
got to have the moment, and it wasn't me, because you definitely earned it way more than I did by and
Yeah.
far.
And then as it falls off of the eviscerator, I just say,
Go to hell.
Literally.
That's funny.
As at least one of you licks his wounds, you see Ophelia slowly stand up, holding her side as she limps towards you.
Wait, no,
And-
it hit her, right? It hit her.
Yeah. Limping towards you, Gildo. And you can see one eye closed, blood covering it, a burn across her face. Good job, Brooke. How do you feel about being my new interrogator? Then we just fade to black.
yeah,
Nice.
nice. I got to save the life of him.
Ooh. Matt.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I rolled and then drew the same critical.
Yeah.
Twice.
To be fair, that's a great critical.
Yeah.
That is a
It's
good
an
critical.
awesome
That's like one of the
critical.
best criticals. Yeah.
That was pretty epic. So,
Wow.
I-
thank
Or
Did
your
it,
bullets can bounce off the target and then run out of ammo.
Yeah.
That's why I
glorious.
wanted the plasma.
That's a very Luther thing to do, in my
yeah.
opinion.
I mean, it's just he's not a combat character. He never has been.
I just love that he's like, let's do the thing. And then he's like, "Boing." Meanwhile, over there, everyone's just like, oh, crazy.
Yeah, but now you guys know why this thing was tearing through the fucking Sisters of Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I used my wrath. She never got up and said that. The chainsword cut that lady up.
Oh,
I was
Frank,
like,
sorry.
inconvenient.
I get
I
it.
was thinking of the complication. I'm like, what is it gonna hit?
Frank,
So I was
It
like,
actually breaks
her.
and flies backwards and just impales Tirana.
What? No, that
Huh.
backwards would be towards Gildo.
Hey.
you were saying this is why it was tearing through the Sisters of Battle. You're saying is you'd never send a woman to do a man's job. That's what you're saying, right?
Actually, the only reason you guys were able to really hit it aside from Gildo and Tirane is because Astara lowered its defense. But at least
I'm
they
kid-
did damage.
I'm kidding, Frank. Of course,
Yeah.
obviously.
No, good job, everyone. With
Ooh,
the
alright.
Demon Slay.
Well, we are going to wrap it up for our final episode of Unsung Fury. Thank you all for joining us on this crazy journey through Warhammer Wrath and Glory. I've been wanting to play Warhammer Wrath and Glory since they had announced it, and Frank and I had been talking about a campaign for so long. There were multiple proposals of putting this up on different channels, but we ended up doing it here. So I thank you, Eric and Tyler and Scott, for joining. I really appreciate joining us and playing, and of course it's lovely seeing you all. I hope we have many other adventures and other worlds together in the future. Definitely give a follow to all these wonderful people. I'm going to give them a moment to say where you can find them at, and of course what their favorite moment was from today's episode, or maybe like the entire campaign, maybe both, I don't know.
From this episode and the entire campaign.
Yeah, and then we can wrap it up and on our future adventures. So, kick things off, we'll start again with Delric, who played Luther, our wonderful commissar.
Hi, Delric here. First favorite part of the session. How about the fact that Torrene is a pain in the dick and a yellow-bellied coward, but nonetheless tore through what's her fuck and then ripped open this bad guy to make it an option for the party to kill it, and almost, if I didn't suck, in one round. Like, that was pretty amazing. Watching just Torrene finally come into his own after countless sessions of just being useless. He actually did something. Like, It was pretty amazing. Yeah. Let's see. Favorite moment in the entire campaign? Huh. That's a hard one. I really liked all the roadkill. Honestly, I'm just gonna say the scene, as opposed to individual moment, the entire scene that took place of us driving through the flaming forest, like 4 sessions ago.
Oh yeah.
Like everything there, Gildo hanging out the side, getting her bleeding in the background, Torrene up on the guns, blasting at people. Like the whole entire scene was pretty amazing. To me, that would be like an awesome, like 30-second animated clip. You know what I mean? Like that was an awesome scene. That was my favorite. Where you can find me is in my bedroom. But if you're not creepy, twitch.tv/Daleric, where I run 3 different campaigns that interweave with one another in my own homebrew world. Come and watch Tyler make people angry with how evil he is. Evil.
Evil due to circumstances of his existence.
Thank you, Scott. And of course, moving on over to Tyler, who played Torrene, our unmasked, lovely soldier. Apocalypto 12.
Hi, I'm Apocalypto_12. You can find me all over social media at Apocalypto_12, or YouTube is Apocalypto12. I stream on Twitch. I also, like Scott said, I'm over on his campaign on Friday nights, doing Aurorum Regicide, which is so much fun. I can't thank Wade and Scott enough for getting me really deeply invested in D&D, and I got to meet Maggie at D&D Live in person, and this is just a world that I love to be a part of. I've gotten to meet Frank now and Eric, who are both amazing people, and I'm extremely thankful for that. So just big appreciation for that. My favorite moment of today was probably having to aggressively resist medical attention from Luther and putting a gun up to his head and then allowing myself to just take care of myself, because there's a big reason. The armor is not melted to Torrene. Glory to the Emperor Reborn. He was supposed to be a temporary character. And,
he was a temporary character. He was a spy.
An infiltrator. And so that's probably my favorite thing of the entire campaign, is the fact that I came in as a temporary character and stayed throughout the entire time and was undercover the entire time, which is why I refused medical attention. My skin gave it away. It's why I had a resilience of 9. And that's probably my favorite thing, is I happened to make it through. This last session was really difficult for me. But I can't thank Maggie enough for letting me join on and be part of the cast.
That's why you were like, I'm gonna leave.
Yep.
You're like, you all can die. I'm gonna go away.
Oh, there's more in the epilogues that'll be revealed of things that he was doing behind the scenes. But
yeah.
All right, and then of course we have Gildo, our Catachan, played by Eric Vulgaris. We got to see a lot more of that background story, which was really cool. Of course, tell us where people can find you at. What's your favorite moment?
Yeah, man, playing Gildo has been super awesome. So I'm gonna be real with a lot of people here, and because I don't want people to feel like if you feel like me, that you're not alone. I have a hard time relating to like any character I play. Like I don't have like a strong attachment to them. Not to say like I'm not gonna like care about him at all, but like in a way that matters. And I fucking love playing Gildo Stern. I look forward to this every night. Something about just how sort of like one-dimensional, but like it's perfect. That I just really loved, and I could like polish out from just one dimension here and there, and show off different parts of me. Like I like being the cook guy when we're in the not like the favela, but like a refugee part. Me like going to help the soldiers and like being the guy who prepared the meals and knew where to get the right bits of the food for everybody.
Yeah.
That's not like my favorite part, but like I like being able to express those sort of things. I mean, my absolute favorite part. And that ending was fucking awesome. Like, who else?
Oh my god!
Killing a demon with a giant chainsaw is like exactly, you know what I mean. And saying "go to hell" is just like the fact that I'd say she saved my life, and here's my chance to return this favor, kind of thing. Like, what? Like exactly.
It's so good.
Like it's all I want like out of a game like this. right? It's like all I want out of like a 40K story is being able to like murder this thing and help and save my friends and then save the old person who saved my life. Like that's incredible. It seems maybe like when I say it right now, it feels very like simple, but it's so goddamn rewarding to just achieve it. And that, you know, Frank, you got us going this whole time that I was going to be like Gene Stealer culty shit.
It was. That's what Tirani is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's both.
It's both.
You were like Gene Stealer cult demons. Why not both?
Yep.
So I absolutely love this, and you know it was great to play games with the four of you. I mean I know Maggie a little bit, but I didn't know any of you, and now I watch Aurora. You know, I'm excited to play Tyler and Frank. Like it's awesome, and like Maggie and I'm sure this is not the last time we'll see each other on a game sometime. Like it's just so nice. This has been really fun. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. And of course, you can check out Eric at Eric Vulgaris.
Yeah, and Eric Vulgaris. Yeah, I do Pendragon.
He does a lot of awesome tabletop stuff. Definitely check it out. And of course, Frank has a lot of stuff going on in the Space Vikings, so throw it over to you to kind of talk about what you do, and of course, where people can find you.
Hello, everyone. As you all know, I am Control Alt Frank. You can find me Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Control Alt Frank. I'm going to actually start streaming again eventually, I think, maybe. It's going to be mostly related to tabletop stuff. I'm going to get back into writing my setting, which is a pirate-themed Age of Sail tabletop. Need to actually finish it. It's mostly done. I also run a game called West of Orion, which is a West Marches multi-group, multi-community, multi-GM game. Currently, we're up to 15 players. Always accepting more. I need more GMs, though. And that could be you. You can also be a wonderful player. Except for Scott. I need good GMs. That's faces all I want from Scott. Basically, West of Orion takes place in space. It is a sci-fi based non-40K game. I know I'm kind of sad about that. But that's really it. I run games Saturdays and Sundays for our community. Let's see. My favorite moment of this session. I'm going to have to go with Gildo's execution. Because, honestly, that one shot probably would have killed Gildo in one hit if he didn't parry it or counterattack it.
It probably would.
Yep.
And well, hold on. So, Frank, if I could, I think something that's really interesting about this is that I didn't draw a parallel to in the moment, but I feel like the shot was like the way it was framed in the movie of this game is that it's very similar to when I was fighting the Tyranid, the not the Trigon, what's it called? Ravener.
Oh.
Like this thing with these two claws, and like me getting my ass kicked by something like this, like doing a similar move, and then having that moment of me doing the better move that wins the fight. In like a Karate Kid kind of way. So like, it felt good. Really
it's
good.
like you learned from the last battle that you barely survived to suddenly know.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
The Karate Kid moment.
Yeah.
And
You
so,
learn
of
from your
course,
mistakes.
like again, like I'm a simple player. I don't need these dramatic, super overarching stories, even though I do like to do them, and I'm doing them on my own right now. But just like, fuck, dude, that felt so good. Like that felt just so good to accomplish that classic movie feel of getting my ass kicked, hanging out with my friends, my buddy helping me out, and then that moment of like redemption of myself and believing in myself, and getting the kill because of experience. Oh, so good. I talk about that story all the time, man.
Yeah.
So good.
God, my favorite part of the campaign. I can't choose just one. There's Gildo literally dropping out or running into a player character from one of the side sessions that I run and just stabbing him in the vent and then
Yeah.
falling out of the vent. There's
That was like the
Tarane
second
just
episode.
being a fucking spy the entire time. Which, by the way, whenever I had everyone accept Tyler take off their headsets, that's when he was talking with his handlers.
Oh, that's so cool.
There's Astara just being Astara.
Oh yeah.
Terrifying. And then there's Luther. My favorite Luther part is him anytime he would just yell at someone.
Yeah.
Just be like, nah, this is how it's going down. You're going to do what I say. No, I have
Over
too many
Torrid,
characters.
because as a PC, he didn't listen to the rules.
I mean, true. I would love to see you
Stupid
try
Torrid.
and intimidate the Inquisitor and then get just the shit kicked out of you.
Why would I
There you
intimidate the
go.
Inquisitor?
Because you're an asshole.
Very.
That's
very
who
simple.
Luther is. All right.
Anytime you just roll those intimidates and it's just
Yeah.
like
They're super high.
ridiculous. And of course, find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. I do a lot of tabletop stuff over on Roll For It as well, so you definitely want to check those out. The channel here is going to change a bit, so I hope you enjoy the journey that is going to happen on this channel. But as far as my favorite moment of this episode, oh man, that's hard. I think actually, from Star's point of view, I really do love the ending. The ending's like awesome. That was pretty freaking rad. It was like a movie ending. It's like that's
Yeah.
this whole session or this whole campaign has been like a movie, and it's like I could see it being like an action
Yeah.
movie, and I think that would be really cool. But I think from my character's perspective, like what my favorite thing was is that Luther getting to experience what Ostara experienced and kind of trying to understand. He's been like literally tortured since he was like a little kid, which is very effective. And getting to come be a badass from that, I think it's been really cool. And then I think the whole entire series, that's the section that like really stands out.
Maggie, every time she had a warp that went well,
Like
starting
just 2
with
times.
all the people around us dropping and getting executed one at a time, and every other fucking time that a warp just made it better.
Oh, I
Right?
don't know. The
True.
warps definitely.
But it was never that bad.
You rolled so well on those.
I know. I have like bad luck, so I still kept getting them. But I think like, and we were actually doing it less than we should have been because we didn't realize. But we started ramping that up. Intense. But luckily, I rolled really well on the actual perils, so we didn't have anything too crazy happen.
Literally one. You were one off.
But man, trying to think of like, I think the one that stands out to me the most is when we were in that like abandoned city with those people, and I had to like go invisible and like walk around them. We were just trying to like figure out who were the bad people. There were like the spies that were spying on everybody, and we thought that it was that group that was coming, but then we realized that they were actually helping us. So that was really fun. Very cool adventure in Warhammer Wrath and Glory, and of course I love all of you. That's why I wanted to put this cast together. I knew everyone would be rad together as like because the dynamic and chemistry would be awesome. But of course I know that like some of you didn't know Wrath or like Warhammer that well, so I wasn't sure how
No, we all totally knew the history. Yeah.
pan out.
Yeah.
Deep cuts, the lore deep cuts.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Listen, I know Frank was trying to use the word maze, and I was not going to allow that to fly.
It's a maze.
Yeah, no.
Wrong
We're
with the
fighting
word maze?
corn, and you're talking about maze. Ain't gonna happen, buddy. Ain't gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
I also want to give a shout out to all the battle bro fisting of
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Excuse me. Are you saying to visit you gentlemen at battleboyfisting.com?
No, that's not what I said. Battle
I will
bro.
say that the
No,
dynamic
it's
of
called Tyler Fists Eric
The dynamic between Gildo and
Dude,
Torne was awesome, and like how Luther and Ostara panned out. Like that worked
yeah.
out really well for us when we split up in groups because it made sense, and it was always like this comedic juxtaposed situation that was happening, and then also whenever we had our moments when we were with the other people, it was always interesting. It like worked out really well, and I think that was awesome.
Holy shit! It makes sense why he freaked out in every situation and murdered everyone.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking heretic heathen that didn't belong there.
He's a
with
Xenos. It's why he killed the Mechanicus guy.
That's why I was wondering why he killed the guards in the palace. I was like, we belong
It makes so
in the
much sense. We
palace.
should have known. We just thought it was Tyler. It wasn't Tyler. It was the character being a fucking heretic. I should have killed him, guys.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is when you guys first met me, none of you rolled insight on me.
I did.
None
Well,
of
no,
you.
because it's a PC.
Yeah.
No, Ostara did. He
Oh,
just
yeah.
didn't get high enough. He
It's
rolled.
a
Yeah.
PC. You just,
Perception was higher.
I think I just
Oh,
had a
PC.
shitty roll.
That was like a meta decision. Like, oh, there's a PC here. What am I going to do? Threaten him and try to kill him? I'm like, no. It's
Yes. He was only supposed to be there for 2 episodes.
Yeah, that I was supposed to be like a mini boss fight.
Let's see, but
That's
The next
cool.
episode, you guys were
wait,
going to fight.
did I know that you were only here for 2 episodes? I thought you were staying forever.
No, I was
you
originally
knew that.
only here for 2 episodes.
It might have been.
Oh,
You
Oh,
might
wait,
have
was
been
it the
filling
2
in-
days that
You might have
Scott was
filled
gone?
in for Scott originally, and then.
No, because I was there when we found him outside the ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
He missed one of the episodes.
when
He
Lobos
missed the
wasn't there.
second episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tyler, for because Tyler was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, and I was like, well, if you can't, you can just always let me know, and I can fill another spot with somebody else. So, but thank you for filling in. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I had way too much fun. being like subtly like typing to Frank like, wait, what about this?
And then me not reading it for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
no.
panicking.
And then me just opening up Discord to like, you have 12 messages from Pablo. Like, oh shit. That's why like I would sometimes like get really quiet when I was talking. It's like, yeah, gotta read what Tyler said. Let me retcon what I just said.
It's like every morning when I wake up, I look at my cell phone and it says you have like 17 messages from Tyler. I'm like, okay.
I'm
Listen, I'm invested in your Star Wars campaign. Stop.
I'm like, how many dick pics can you send in one? Well, I guess 17. Okay.
A lot of, you gotta get all the angles. No.
Seriously.
And different lighting. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We hope that you enjoy the journey as much as we enjoyed it playing through it. And of course, hope I get to RP with all of you wonderful people again. I'm sure there will be new adventures for us to go on and new universe. To let me know. And of course, we will see you back on this channel another time. I have a lot of other stuff planned. There's gonna be new things going on, so stay tuned for all of that news.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Praise Amber Reborn.
Good.
Alright, everyone, join up in the raid. We are going to raid the Scabby. We're going to be raiding the Scabby Roosters. They are awesome. They have a really cool setup, and people can come to their channel and check out all of the things that they're doing, which is really cool. They have like a shop, and you go into it, and they have like a recording section, which is really neat. So definitely go check them out if you're in the LA area. Just send them some love. They're sweet. And we'll see you all later. And I did announce an announcement. Yep.